In the midst of a bustling city, cars are lined up, bumper to bumper, caught in an unexpected traffic jam. The scene is set against a backdrop of modern buildings, and there's a sense of impatience in the air. Inside one of the cars, a man in a crisp white shirt looks perplexed. He murmurs to himself, "Oh, what is this?" as he surveys the situation, clearly not a fan of unplanned stops. Peering through the side mirror, he spots a figure in the distance. "Why are you blocking a perfectly good road?" He wonders aloud, his curiosity piqued, as he tries to make sense of the blockage. As the fog rolls over a congested highway, a lone figure strides confidently between the cars. His sharp gaze pierces through the haze, leaving drivers wondering, what is that? Inside one of the cars, a curious driver leans out, trying to catch the figure's attention. "Excuse me, is there an accident up ahead?" But his voice trails off as something unexpected happens. The mysterious figure suddenly drops to a crouch, muscles tensed as if preparing for something big. The air is thick with anticipation, and everyone is left on edge, waiting to see what unfolds next. The scene opens with a close-up of an intense gaze, eyes sharp and focused, as droplets fall around, setting a dramatic tone. As the eyes widen, an exclamation mark punctuates the air, signaling a sudden realization or shock. A chaotic scene erupts. Our hero is confronted by adversaries in a high-stakes showdown. A fierce cry breaks the tension, capturing the drama of the moment. The scene is ablaze with a crackling red energy as a mysterious figure channels an intense power. The air is thick with suspense, and the ground trembles under the might of this force. Things are about to get serious. The scene is intense as a mysterious figure descends from the sky, capturing everyone's attention. The crowd below is in a frenzy, eagerly asking if this is the Red Queen. The suspense is palpable as they anticipate something monumental. Suddenly, a burst of red energy erupts in a dazzling display. The power is immense, sending shockwaves through the air. The visuals are striking, with red lightning crackling all around, marking the significance of the event. Amid the chaos, someone shouts, "Hey, the gate is open," and a crowd of people starts rushing forward, eager to escape or perhaps seize an opportunity. The atmosphere is tense, with everyone pushing and shoving in a frantic scramble. A sound effect slices through the tension, a sharp noise cutting the air like a prelude to action. A character with stylish black hair and a fierce expression wields a large weapon, ready for action. His jacket, adorned with intricate designs, hints at his unique style and possibly his strength. He seems poised and prepared for whatever comes next. Our hero stands firm, eyes locked in determination, as his sword radiates a brilliant blue light, ready to face whatever comes his way. The scene shifts to a pack of terrifying, red-eyed beasts charging with savage ferocity. Their growls fill the air, creating a tense atmosphere. Amidst the chaos, the leader of the beastly pack emerges, its enormous presence casting a shadow of dread and anticipation. A dazzling explosion erupts, painting the scene with vibrant blues and whites. The air is filled with raw energy and intensity, as if the very fabric of reality is tearing apart. Sparks fly everywhere, creating a moment of pure chaos and awe. The scene kicks off with the sound of footsteps echoing on the pavement. A group of individuals clad in uniform boots is on the move, suggesting something serious is happening. We then catch a glimpse of two figures leading the charge. Their expressions are blurred, but their determination is clear. They're sprinting ahead, urgency in every step. The larger group follows in a tight formation. There's a sense of unease in the air as they pass by onlookers. Something's definitely off, and it seems like they're heading straight into the unknown. The scene is intense as the raiders realize the gate is still open, with monsters continuing to flood out. They're urgently pleading for a path to be cleared, their voices almost lost in the chaos. A strange and ominous presence makes itself known, causing a sense of dread to ripple through the air. The raiders are visibly shaken, unsure of what they're facing. Panic sets in as they question the bizarre situation unfolding before them. An eerie, crimson force slithers across the scene, its presence both haunting and foreboding. The scene opens with an ominous presence. A fearsome creature, labeled as Hostile Monster System number 43, looms large with glowing red eyes and a sinister grin, ready to unleash chaos. The next panel shows the monster's massive red claws striking down with a chilling force, sending shivers down our spines. It's clear that this beast means business. As the dust settles, we see a crowd of onlookers, frozen in fear and awe, staring up at the monstrous figure towering over them. The threat is real, and the tension is palpable. In the midst of a bustling crowd, people are gathered, looking on with expressions of awe and anticipation. The atmosphere is charged, as if something big is about to go down. Suddenly, the scene shifts to an epic confrontation. Our hero faces off against a massive, fiery-eyed monster. The stakes are high, and the tension is palpable as they prepare for an intense showdown. The tension is palpable as a mighty sword pierces the scene, its brilliance lighting up the surroundings. The sheer energy radiating from it hints at the extraordinary power involved. Amidst the chaos, a shadowy figure steps into view. Curious eyes turn toward this newcomer, and a voice breaks the tension, asking the million-dollar question, "Who is that?" The scene introduces us to a mysterious figure, sporting a jacket that's not just any piece of clothing. It's engraved with a golden dragon. This guy clearly means business, and that jacket screams him not your average Joe. As the camera pans out, we see our mysterious friend standing tall, his eyes sharp and determined. The ground beneath him is cracked, hinting at some serious action that's just gone down. This isn't just a fashion statement. It's a declaration of power. For those who have fallen, even a single step can feel like a jump off a cliff. Our hero seems to be caught in a free fall, both literally and metaphorically. But hey, don't forget, sometimes when someone's down, just a single word can make all the difference. We get a glimpse of a mysterious figure, cloaked in shadows, ready to offer that crucial word. Enter the enigmatic figure with a mask, their eye glowing with an eerie blue light. They utter the name Lee Semin, marking the beginning of an intense moment. With a dramatic flair, the masked figure assures Lee Semin, "You're not a coward." It's a powerful statement, meant to pull them back from the edge. All right, buckle up, folks. Since the dawn of these gnarly monsters, the world's been on edge, with humanity holding on by a thread. These beasties are tearing things apart, and it's not looking pretty. Welcome to the Raider Management Bureau, where all the monster-busting action is planned out. This is the headquarters for keeping those pesky creatures in check. Inside the bureau, a familiar name is called Mr. Lee Semin. Looks like he's about to step into something big. What's the deal, Mr. Lee? Our main dude is sitting there, nodding along, saying, "Yes, all right." What's he agreeing to? Who knows, but it's serious. We get some juicy info about becoming a ranker. You gotta check in at the Raider Management Bureau, pass some tests, and have a high aura level. No slacking off allowed. The scene shifts and our guy strolls into a high-tech lab. He's greeted by a woman in a lab coat busy with some science-wise stuff. The lab coat lady drops a bombshell about military duty next year. They've postponed it for his evaluations, but she says they can't delay it anymore. He agrees, "Yes, I know." Looks like it's crunch time. The scene opens with a counselor addressing someone named Semim, offering to arrange counseling for them. Semim appears a bit startled or uncertain, his face obscured, leaving us wondering about his thoughts. The focus shifts to a close-up of Semim's hand as he undergoes a mysterious high-tech procedure. The counselor observes the results, noting that Semim's level is still the same as last year, pegged at 103. The narrative reveals Semim's frustration, as his level has remained unchanged since being identified as awakened years ago. Even when he trained with all his might, our protagonist realized he had no talent as a raider. The digital screen coldly displays his figure as 103, a reminder of his struggles. His eye captures the burning determination, shining with a glimmer of hope or maybe defiance against his fate. In a clinical setting, he's handed a document by a woman in a white coat. She asks him to sign, and he agrees with a simple "all right." With a shaky hand, He puts pen to paper, signing what might be a significant document for his future. Finally, he expresses gratitude with a humble "thank you," showing a bow of respect. Under the cover of night, a shadowy figure cracks open a door, revealing a sliver of light. Who could this be, sneaking around like they're in a spy movie? Inside, the room is a total mess. Papers everywhere, bottles scattered, and a lone chair standing amid the chaos. Our mystery guest seems unfazed, walking in like they own the place. On a flickering computer screen, a message pops up: qualification requirements confirmed. What on earth is the Transcendent Network? Our stealthy visitor is just as puzzled. The plot thickens as they delve deeper into the site. Tip board, special member board, general member board. They mumble eyes wide. What kind of secret club is this? As the night unfolds, we see a hand typing furiously on a laptop, the screen glowing with a blog titled Shadowless Sword. Our mystery typist seems deep in the online world, ready to dish out some serious truths. The focus shifts to our main character, who's looking at the screen with utter disbelief. He's clearly flabbergasted by the absurdity of high school syndrome still existing. He's thinking out loud, wishing someone would bring these people back to reality. Just as he's patting himself on the back for his wise words, he's interrupted by an unexpected noise. What could possibly be breaking the silence of his late-night wisdom session? Our story kicks off with someone casually deciding to check the news. They stumble upon a headline that screams breaking news. Raider on Sungjun Gold to Platinum. That's one shiny upgrade, right? The news article reveals that On Sungjun has achieved the Platinum mark. The character is taken aback, thinking, On Sungjun achieved the Platinum mark? Seems like a big deal. We see a mysterious figure sitting in a dimly lit room, glowing with some intense energy. Is this the same person who was checking the news? Or someone else entirely? The plot thickens. Clenching his fist, our hero mutters, "What a joke," as he recalls a moment of utter humiliation. We flash back to a brutal scene where a towering figure mercilessly stands over him, asserting dominance with a foot pressed down hard. Back in the present, he's frustrated. And now he's platinum? He exclaims, clearly annoyed by the turn of events. Determined to change his fate, he pins up a note: 300 squats a day and 8 kilometers of running. A new plan is set in motion. A hand closes a laptop, signifying the end of yet another long night of waiting and hoping. Sitting in a dimly lit room, our protagonist reveals his past decision to drop out of school in pursuit of becoming a raider. However, his dreams have been in limbo for years, stuck without even qualifying for the exam. Finally, a glimmer of hope appears on the screen. Qualification confirmed. A moment he's been waiting for, seemingly forever. The screen lights up with notifications, each more exciting than the last, as he exclaims in disbelief, wondering what this sudden change means for his future. The scene opens with a character staring at a computer screen, faced with a critical choice between meeting the Grand Wizard Ileana or ignoring a Dragon Lord. The suspense is real, folks. Suddenly, the character shouts, "Just come meet me," as if accepting a challenge. A burst of magical energy erupts from the screen, lighting up the room with a dramatic flare. The character is visibly shocked, reacting with wide-eyed surprise as the magical force intensifies. Something big is about to happen. A mysterious figure with flowing hair and a confident smirk appears, seemingly summoned by the character's actions. Who is this enchanting individual? The room crackles with energy as the figure demands, "Are you the one who summoned me, Lee Sunny?" The stakes have just skyrocketed. The night sky is ablaze with swirling lights, and our main dude looks like he just saw a ghost. Or maybe something even crazier. His eyes wide, mouth open, he's clearly caught off guard by whatever's happening. High above, silhouetted against a big OL moon, a mysterious figure is making a grand entrance. They're surrounded by a magical aura that screams important. You can almost hear the dramatic music playing. Touchdown! Our mysterious figure lands with style, rocking those sharp heels. It's like they're saying, "I'm here to make an impression." The ground lights up with magical circles, adding to the mystique. The air is thick with suspense as the face of our mysterious visitor remains hidden. Who are they, and what do they want? The plot is thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. The scene opens with a mysterious figure channeling a dazzling stream of magic, casting an ethereal glow. The air crackles with energy as the magic takes shape, hinting at the power this figure holds. A young man, caught off guard, yells out in fear. His expression is a mix of surprise and terror as he raises his hands defensively, trying to comprehend the overwhelming situation. The magical energy swirls and solidifies into a dark, twisting form. It moves with purpose, reaching out like a living entity, closing the distance with alarming speed. The young man lets out a pained ache. As the magic wraps around him, he's caught in its grasp, struggling against the inescapable hold it has on him. With a calm, yet commanding presence, the mysterious figure addresses the young man, telling him to stop flailing around. Their demeanor suggests control and authority over the situation. Ugh, our guy's getting tangled up in some mysterious, purple energy. Not the best day for him. The mysterious figure, with a voice dripping in sass, wonders why our hero is so weak. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Our guy is begging now. Please spare me. The mysterious one ain't impressed, comparing his skills to a new boss. Harsh. Suddenly, he's airborne, courtesy of the mysterious figure's magic. Hey, fatso, they taunt. Yeah, it's brutal. Dangling upside down, our guy tries to bargain. He'll tell you if you just let me down, he pleads. Worth a shot, right? The mysterious figure seems intrigued. Oh, really? They say, holding him midair. Looks like the negotiation is on. Two hands meet in a magical glow, as if sealing a mystical pact. The air is charged with energy, hinting at something extraordinary. The scene shifts to a young man in a casual t-shirt, holding this glowing force. Next to him, a blonde figure appears puzzled, perhaps not expecting such a spectacle. A close-up of the blonde reveals a face of bewilderment, asking, was that it? Clearly, there's more to this magic trick than meets the eye. Suddenly, the blonde's eyes light up with an intense glow, disbelief etched on their face. Are you kidding me? They exclaim as the unexpected outcome unfolds. Amidst the magical chaos, empty bottles sit quietly, suggesting a night of revelry and perhaps a bit too much enthusiasm. The scene unfolds with an unexpected disturbance. Clothes, seemingly innocent, hang on a rack, but something sinister is afoot. An ominous pink glow begins to envelop the room, hinting at the supernatural shenanigans about to erupt. As the energy intensifies, we witness the emergence of a mysterious figure. This being, wrapped in a swirling vortex of pink energy, looks nothing short of formidable. It's clear that something big is about to go down. The young man, clearly taken aback, stares in disbelief as the energy manifests into a more recognizable form. His wide eyes and open mouth say it all. This is not your everyday encounter. Finally, the entity confronts the young man directly, its voice resonating with power. The simple yet chilling word, "You," hangs in the air, leaving us on the edge of our seats, wondering what connection lies between them. Amidst a swirl of confusion and fear, a desperate plea rings out, "Please, just spare my life." This is not your usual Tuesday night, folks. A loud bang follows, and someone outside room 203 shouts in concern. Room 203 guy, are you okay? It's like a live-action drama, and we're all tuned in. Inside, a mysterious woman with a magical aura appears, asking, "Did an earthquake just happen?" Meanwhile, a slightly shaken voice responds, "I'm okay." The scene shifts to our bewildered protagonist, thinking, what in the hell is going on? The woman, seemingly annoyed, laments, "Because of this trashy loser, I used up all the points I saved." She demands answers. "Tell me now. How did someone like you manage to access the Transcendent Network?" Our protagonist, looking lost, replies, "I don't really know. I just turned on my laptop and what a wild ride." The scene opens with a close-up of a young man's eye, filled with intensity and determination. His thoughts seem heavy, as if he's carrying a burden from his past. A mysterious figure with long blonde hair, partially blurred, appears and asks a question, seemingly challenging or confirming something important. Flashbacks reveal the young man's school years, highlighting his evaluation as an awakened individual. However, bullying overshadowed this achievement, forcing him to drop out. In a dimly lit room, the young man sits in front of a glowing computer screen, deep in thought. The atmosphere is tense, suggesting he's contemplating his next move. The scene opens with a celestial figure, surrounded by ethereal light, contemplating the unfairness of the world. The energy is mysterious and intense. A human character, looking earnest and introspective, is told that despite everything, they must live. It's a reminder of the resilience required in the face of life's obstacles. The human character, filled with a sense of longing and hope, asks if they can meet again. This question hangs in the air, full of potential and desire. As the celestial figure and the human share a profound connection, the celestial being delivers a powerful call to action. Then, transcend. It's a moment of transformation and inspiration. In the dim glow of a room, our protagonist, dressed in a casual t-shirt within our logo, is lost in thought. The atmosphere is quiet and slightly tense. Suddenly, he discovers a small, glowing stone. Holding it up, the light reflects in his eyes, hinting at the beginning of an unexpected adventure. Amidst a dimly lit room, the screen glows with the ominous words "unemployed bum," setting a rather grim tone. Our main guy is clearly knee-deep in the job hunt, wrestling with a digital application that feels more like a boss battle. Cut to the back view of our man, glued to his laptop. His room's bathed in the soft blue glow from the screen. Post-it notes sticking to the wall like little reminders of a to-do list that's never-ending. Facing his laptop, with a blurred face that leaves much to the imagination, he's in a plain t-shirt, and the room's setup screams late-night grind. You can almost hear the clock ticking as he types away, possibly contemplating his next move in this digital quest. Since then, watching the Transcendent Network has become part of my daily routine. Oh, Karen Hyungnim, it's been a while since you posted a photo. In a room filled with a mysterious aura, someone is enveloped in flames, contemplating whether the power they're witnessing is a gift or a curse. Is this the family photo that you took when you went on a trip last time? Our son has already turned 2. Black Yuan. He looks just like his parents. Well, he has certainly become a doting father now. Oh, Per Zen Hyungnim. Behold the sword master in action, his blade shimmering with an enchanting glow, a testament to his unmatched prowess on the battlefield. Declared as the continent's #1 sword master, his reputation precedes him, and his skill with the sword is unparalleled. Switching gears, we find ourselves in a cozy room where a young man is deep in thought, staring at a screen, pondering how to win the heart of a girl he likes. The room is silent, save for the young man's introspective musings about his loneliness, questioning if he's been feeling more isolated than usual. The scene kicks off with a woman in a chic pink blouse and dark skirt expressing her feelings to a guy in a dapper suit. She talks about being sincere, while the guy looks a bit startled, trying to grasp what she just said. The tension is real, and you can almost feel the awkward air between them. Things heat up as the woman challenges the guy, asking him to speak up. He stammers, trying to respond, but she cuts him off, demanding to know his real feelings. The poor dude is left speechless, caught in the whirlwind of her words. Elsewhere, we find another character in a dimly lit room, surrounded by the glow of his computer screen. He's hyped, fists clenched, yelling something about raising glasses. Definitely a vibe shift from the previous scene. Cut to a different guy in a casual tee, staring at a screen. He's pumped, reading a message that promises a visit. There's excitement in the air, and he's ready to take action, his eyes gleaming with determination. Finally, the guy mutters to himself, reflecting on the promise of a visit. The anticipation is building, and it's clear something big is about to go down. Our story dives into a mysterious room filled with notes and a computer screen glowing in the dark. The words "executing ability" hover in the air, hinting at some serious planning underway. One thing's for sure, this person doesn't know the meaning of procrastination. Scrolling through a martial arts forum, our enigmatic planner keeps their promises. The resolve is real. There's no room for compromise or retreat here. This person is all about keeping it solid. Clenched fists on a table, tension rising. Beads of sweat gather as the truth begins to sink in. It's time to face facts. In the solitude of a dim room, our protagonist sits hunched over a desk, a single ray of moonlight their companion. The weight of the words "can't become a raider" hangs heavy in the air, a dream slipping through their fingers. Under the dim glow of his phone, our character stands in a room, the night wrapping around him like an old, familiar cloak. He's deep in thought, perhaps texting or just lost in the digital abyss. Lying sprawled on the bed, our protagonist lets out a deep sigh, muttering a single word that sums up the existential dread we all know too well: life. With a blurred face and blue hair peeking from beneath his pillow, he reflects on his situation, lamenting the false hope that life dangled in front of him. Flashback time. We see our hero sprinting with determination alongside others, chasing dreams, or maybe running from reality. The aspiration to become a raider is alive, but there's a pang of regret, never getting to chase that dream for real. Our protagonist, shrouded in shadows, reminisces about his dreams to become a hero. But reality hits hard as he realizes those dreams aren't so easy to achieve. His younger self looks up to a group of people bathed in a heavenly glow, symbolizing the aspirations that seem just out of reach. A mysterious figure reaches out, the sunlight casting a warm glow around them. It's a moment of hope and possibility, like a hand extended to pull him into a better future. Cut to the present, where our guy's lounging in bed, looking like he hasn't moved in days. He's lamenting how he can't even muster the energy to start his day, let alone chase those big dreams. The soft glow of a computer screen reveals his hands typing furiously. The rhythmic tap-tap of keys fills the air as he pours his heart out, possibly venting his frustrations online. The screen displays a message: "I really want to change. Unemployed bum." And it's clear our hero is at a crossroads, desperately seeking a way to transform his life. So, our main guy is pulling an all-nighter, chugging down some drink like it's going out of style, eyes glued to the screen. You can almost hear the caffeine rushing through his veins. But wait, the caffeine buzz isn't enough. His head hits the desk, and he's out cold, with the early morning light sneaking through the window. And then a twitch. His nap is rudely interrupted by a jolt, probably dreaming of deadlines. He wakes up, rubbing his eyes, clearly disoriented. "I guess I just fell asleep like that," he mutters, trying to piece the night together. Cue the dramatic realization. Wait a minute, did I write something crazy last night? His eyes widen in shock. Oh, did he just send that email to the boss? With fingers flying over the keyboard, he's desperately trying to confirm the damage. The tension is real, folks. A lone guy is sitting at his desk, illuminated by the soft blue glow of his laptop. He seems puzzled, muttering as something catches his attention on the screen. The screen displays messages about the Transcenders Network, cryptic and intriguing. It mentions a Grandmaster and dragons, hinting at some sort of epic digital quest. Our guy leans closer, eyes wide, processing the bizarre information. The tension in the air is palpable, as if something big is about to happen. Suddenly, the room bursts with a flash of electric energy, crackling and sparking wildly. It's like a scene straight out of a sci-fi movie. He is engulfed in a dazzling light show, the energy swirling around him. He whispers to himself, Dragon Grid, as if he's just stumbled onto something monumental. In the dimly lit space, our protagonist is caught off guard by an eerie voice asking if he is the unleashed man, Legium. The tension is palpable as he looks around, trying to find the source of this unsettling question. His heart races as he turns, only to find himself seemingly alone. The atmosphere grows heavier, and he wonders who could be speaking. The voice, rough like it's been ground from iron, echoes in his mind. It adds an ominous tone to the room, making him even more anxious. Realization dawns on him. It must be one of the transcendent members. This thought alone is enough to send chills down his spine. A mysterious figure with bandaged hands touches someone with a glowing blue aura, and it seems like this touch is more than just a friendly pat. The person getting touched is sent flying back, like they just got hit with a magical freight train. It's intense. Now we're diving into the deep end with a foreboding vibe. Words like powerlessness, depression echo through the scene, setting a grim mood. Our blurred-faced friend is having a rough time, screaming in pain as the effects of the touch manifest, described as a cursed continuation that grips the mind and body. Finally, the curse is named, Severed Vein. It's like chains wrapping around him, pulling him into despair. In the dimly lit room, an ominous figure stands shrouded in darkness. An unsettling vibe fills the space as a mysterious voice whispers, "Oh." Meanwhile, Lee Se-min, seated nearby, begins to feel an inexplicable force. He grits his teeth, struggling against the invisible pressure that's building up around him. The tension escalates as Lee Se-min's arm tightens into a fist, veins popping with effort as if preparing for a confrontation. The mysterious figure, cloaked and ominous, finally reveals their target, uttering the name Lee Se-min with an eerie resonance, leaving him in shock. The sky's the limit, or so it seems, as a figure dramatically plummets from the heavens, drawing the attention of our curious onlooker below. Surprise is the name of the game. In a bold declaration, the enigmatic Dako Kiyama steps into the spotlight, asserting his title as the greatest martial artist in history. Confidence level, over 9,000. Our blurred-faced observer is back, still trying to process the skydiving drama and the audacious claim. What's going through his mind? Only time will tell. Our story kicks off with a motivational pep talk. You're not a coward. Our hero seems to be gearing up for something big, but there's a hint of doubt in the air. Zooming in, beads of sweat trickle down his face. The tension's palpable. Our guy's definitely feeling the pressure. Enter the Grand Wizard, a figure cloaked in mystery and power. Even the sky seems to bow to his might, and our hero can't help but acknowledge this overwhelming strength. But hold up! The wizard's got a little something planned. As he prepares to spring a surprise, our hero throws up his hand, shouting, "Wait, what's about to go down?" A character is rushing forward, tripping over themselves, a thought screaming, "Wait a moment." As they tumble down, finding themselves on the floor, they wonder, is this a dream? As the surreal moment sinks in, the pain in their arm answers that question. It hurts, doesn't it? Grounding them in reality. A voice, whether internal or external, tells them, "You are not a coward," instilling a sense of bravery. With a dazed look, the character seems to be processing this newfound encouragement. Back in their room, they stand up, visibly shaken but contemplative, as their world seems to have shifted. Peering out with wide eyes, they think, for some reason, I suddenly feel light, as if a burden has been lifted. In the soft glow of evening, we find ourselves in a tidy kitchen, with the remnants of a cleaning spree visible as bottles and bags are neatly lined up. Someone's been busy. Our protagonist stands proudly in his room, hands on hips, with a satisfied grin as he declares, "Phew, cleaning done. It's a small victory, but a victory nonetheless." He takes a moment to look at his hands, perhaps pondering the journey he's on or the changes he's making in his life. Lying on the floor, he reflects inwardly, "Is me." It's a moment of self-awareness and acceptance. A board filled with notes catches the eye. Each sticky note a reminder of the past, the future, and the desire to change. Let's remember the meeting, he thinks, as he resolves to move forward. Clutching his jacket with determination, he recalls that word which fuels his resolve to change. In a shadowed hallway, he stands in silence, contemplating his next move. With a burst of energy, he grips the door handle and declares, "I am not a coward. It's time to face whatever lies ahead." Meet our hungry hero, who's devouring fried chicken like it's the last meal on Earth. Apparently, running for just 10 minutes turned him into a bottomless pit. He can't believe how hungry he is after such a short jog. But as he finishes the chicken, he realizes something's gotta change. Determined, he declares this won't do, and gears up for another round of running. Our guy hits the pavement again, jogging through the streets with a fresh resolve. One more time, he chants, pushing himself forward. But deep down, he knows he's struggling. The challenge is more than he can handle solo. He pauses, staring at a poster of a buff dude, and realizes that this journey might be too tough on his own. And there he is, standing outside a fitness center, pondering whether to step inside and seek some help on his fitness journey. Our scene opens with a young man casually entering what seems to be a bustling gym. He politely says, "Excuse me," as he navigates through the space, trying to find his way. Caught by surprise, the young man halts in his tracks, his eyes widen with an expression that screams, "Whoa, what's happening here?" Enter the Muscle Mountain, a beast of a man, drenched in sweat, is deep in concentration, lifting weights that look like they could crush a car. This dude's on a whole other level. From the young man's perspective, it's like watching a live-action superhero movie. "Wow," he utters, almost in disbelief at the sheer strength on display. Our young protagonist, Lee Se-min, with a mix of awe and curiosity, confesses, "I've never seen you before." Clearly, he's new to this world of iron and gains. A new character, built like a tank, approaches with a smile. "Are you here to work out?" he asks, his tone friendly but firm. The atmosphere shifts to one of camaraderie as the muscular man introduces himself as Coach Kim Deokbae. Lee Se-min, still a bit overwhelmed, introduces himself in return. Our scene opens with a rather intense moment as a man claims he can smell why another is there. The response? Just a confused "huh?" from the other guy. The mystery is solved quickly. Apparently, our man is a chicken connoisseur. He confidently declares, "You just had chicken, didn't you?" leaving the other guy in surprise. We zoom in on a face, eyebrows raised, and eyes wide, with a simple "hmm?" suggesting something unexpected is afoot. The conversation turns to fitness. One character notes the other seems to have exercised before, albeit a little in the past. With a burst of enthusiasm, one guy is encouraged to get back in shape. "You got a good foundation," he says, gearing up for a workout session. The other is less excited, letting out an "aff" as he's ushered away. In the heart of the gym, we see a determined pair of sneakers pounding on a treadmill. The rhythmic thuds echo the effort being put in. Our main guy, in full workout gear, is giving it his all on the treadmill. Sweat is pouring, but the drive is real. Others in the gym watch, but he's in the zone. Enter the coach, with a build that screams authority. He questions if our hero's tired, and with a panting breath, the response comes, a reluctant admission of needing a break. The coach isn't having it though. With arms crossed and a stern look, he lays down the law. Slacking off isn't an option, and the message is crystal clear. Push harder or face the consequences. Our hero is feeling the burn, reaching out with a strained expression. It's a tough grind, and he's digging deep. With a burst of energy, he powers forward, yelling in defiance. It's not about lacking confidence, but proving something more to himself. The scene opens with a breathtaking sunset, a sky full of warm hues setting the mood for what's coming next. The focus shifts to a young man, slumped and exhausted, leaning heavily against a wall. "I'm really going to die," he groans, clearly feeling the burn from a tough workout. Enter the muscular mentor, whose biceps could probably lift mountains. He gives the young man a thumbs up, saying, "See you again tomorrow," leaving the young guy a bit stunned but nodding along. With sparkles practically radiating from his aura, the mentor praises, "You're a wonderful young man." It's the kind of compliment that could make anyone's day. The young man, still catching his breath, manages a soft thank you, showing a glimmer of newfound determination. A close-up captures the young man's face, a few beads of sweat trickling down, but there's a hint of a smile. He's tired, yes, but also a bit uplifted. In the dim light of a mysterious room, our protagonist is glued to a computer screen, feeling accomplished with a step forward in their quest. Our hero is absorbed in thought, considering the wise words of brother Dako Kiyama. while typing furiously into the keyboard. The mission is clear. Check the tips board. But the digital journey isn't as straightforward as it seems. A digital roadblock appears. Access denied. Not enough points. The frustration is real, and our protagonist lets out a heavy sigh. The tension builds as our protagonist reacts in shock. The challenge to earn points looms ominously, adding urgency to their quest. The scene kicks off with our protagonist, all hyped up and determined, with a shout that screams both effort and resolve. The mission is clear. Drop that weight below 100 kilograms. Our hero is sprinting, pushing hard with every stride. Enter the coach, a no-nonsense motivator, barking orders like even if it kills you, as the treadmill reads 8.4 kilometers per hour. Out of nowhere, a shriek pierces the air outside, adding a layer of mystery to the training saga. Back to the grind. Our main dude is pondering in front of a mirror, probably questioning life choices or just hyping himself up for the next round. Lee Semin stands in front of the mirror, examining himself with a hint of self-doubt. He questions if he's lost a little weight, setting the stage for some self-improvement motivation. With a burst of enthusiasm, Lee Semin rallies himself with a motivational cheer, ready to tackle the day. His reflection echoes back as he gears up for whatever challenges lie ahead. Outside, it's a beautiful day for a run. Lee Semin sprints down the path, his focus sharp, his determination unwavering. Another runner is hot on his heels, adding a bit of friendly competition to his workout. Amidst the rhythmic footsteps, Lee Semin declares his plan for light cardio with interval training. His resolve is clear as he powers through, passing by another runner. A red-haired woman, observing Semin, wonders aloud about his relentless running routine. Her curiosity adds a layer of intrigue to his energetic morning. Meanwhile, someone else on the path mistakes Semin's intense running for a wild boar charging at them. This unexpected twist adds a comedic element to his morning exercise. The scene opens with a hand gripping a pull-up bar, and a deep breath is heard, setting the stage for an intense workout session. We see our hero in action, pulling himself up with all his might, huffing and puffing as he pushes his limits. With determination burning in his eyes, he shouts out his motivation. If I don't start, I can't get stronger. This guy is fired up. Our guy is not backing down, declaring to the world, I am not a coward, as he continues his relentless pull-ups. The struggle is real as sweat drips down his determined face, but he keeps pushing, hands shaking on the bar. A girl nearby takes notice, sipping her drink while thinking he's working hard. She's impressed by his dedication. The girl observes him from a distance, seeing his unwavering focus as he takes a quick water break. She approaches, acknowledging his hard work with a simple, "You're really trying hard." It's a moment of recognition. She continues, expressing admiration for his consistent effort. "You come every time. It's rare to see someone working this hard." He's taken aback, but grateful for the encouragement. Our story opens with a bit of tension as a woman in a pink hoodie approaches a man in a blue tracksuit. Just as things are about to get interesting, he casually decides to take his leave, leaving our lady friend a bit baffled. Surprised and a tad annoyed, she wonders why he'd just walk away after she made the effort to strike up a conversation. The shock is palpable, and she's not having any of it. Meanwhile, the man seems to have picked up on something. He's sweating a bit as he realizes there's a faint scent on her, something unusual and intriguing. He deduces that this woman has surpassed the blue mark, a revelation that seems to pack quite a punch in this world. We then shift gears to a dramatic scene where powerful figures emerge, cloaked in a colorful aura. Their presence suggests a whole new level of strength, and it seems like our characters are about to dive deep into this world. The narrative hints at the immense rewards and the privilege these powerful beings enjoy, setting the stage for a tale of power, mystery, and maybe a bit of chaos. Amidst a bustling city, our protagonist is urged to take care, but he waves it off, pondering the raider's existence. Feeling a bit out of breath, he enters a room, ready to tackle his daily life. Seated at his computer, he's curious about the day's post but gets sidetracked by Sister Iana's mention. Sister Iana, a celestial beauty, appears in his thoughts, initially seeming unreachable. He acknowledges Sister Ayana's distance but resolves to focus on his quest. His quest is hilariously simple: to lose weight and dip below 100 kilograms. Lee Semin stands nervously as he measures his weight, pleading for a favorable result. His weight flashes on the screen: 100.02 kilograms. Semin is in disbelief and demands a recheck. Frustration mounts as Semin exclaims over the minuscule 0.02 kilograms excess. Desperate, he considers a quick restroom trip, thinking it might make a difference. The scale mocks him with a reading of 100.0005 kilograms. Semin is exasperated by the absurdity. Determined, he attempts to release every bit of water weight, snorting into a tissue. A moment of triumph. The screen congratulates him as his weight hits the target. Finally, the magic number: 99.9 kilograms. Success at last. Celebrating his victory, Semin learns he's earned points and access to an exclusive network. Alright folks, so our main dude is staring at his screen, and boom, a message says he needs 100 points to upgrade his level. Of course, he's all in and shouts, "Of course, yes," like it's the best idea ever. Next up, he's clicking around and lands on this thing called the tip board. What's it about? Who knows? But it sounds serious. Our hero is now swimming in a sea of messages on the Transcendent Network. One note says, "Catch the dragon, one-hit kill Hellfire." He's all like, wow, as his mind races with possibilities. Now, a little financial breakdown. Reading costs 100 points, posting is a steeper 200. This tip board business isn't cheap. But wait, there's more. For every view his post gets, he earns 10 points. He's thinking there are all sorts of things. Clearly, his mind is blown. Then his sister Gina pops up on the screen, and a new message drops, a recommendation on the tip board. He's like, oh, can things get any crazier? Just when you thought it was over, another message for unemployed bum Lee Semin appears, hinting at the greatest martial artist, heavenly demon, Dako Chanma. He's about to click check, and you can feel the suspense. The focus zooms in on his mouth, a drop of sweat trickling down. The tension is real, folks. Finally, we dive into some mystical text about void severance, ultimate void path. Chi is flowing, and things are getting all kinds of epic. Alright, folks, meet our main guy who's trying to meditate, but his energy is ghosting him like smoke, just not sticking around. Our hero is staring blankly at the screen. You can almost hear the crickets in his mind. Suddenly, a wild message appears. It's from Dako Chanma, the heavenly demon, promising some epic martial arts skills. And there he is, bowing down to his computer. Looks like he's willing to do anything to get this power. The grand reveal. The divine skill is called Taijutsu Flow, and it looks as mystical as it sounds. Here's our guy, still pondering life's mysteries, standing by the window, deep in thought. Meet our protagonist, looking all intense and dreamy. His heart is pounding, echoing the intensity of the moment. What's on his mind? Only time will tell. Our scene opens with a mysterious figure in a deep state of concentration, hands clasped together as a strange energy begins to swirl around them. A soft HMMN escapes, suggesting he's at the edge of something big. Suddenly, a burst of laughter, PFFFT, breaks the tension, revealing a guy sitting casually on a bench by the river. His back is to us, and the world seems both vast and small as he contemplates his next move. Looking up to the sky, our thoughtful hero muses, but if this can help me escape from this condition? The weight of his struggle is clear, and hope flickers in his eyes. With renewed resolve, he declares, then he'll do it 100 times if I have to. His determination is palpable as he sits on the bench, ready to face whatever comes his way. Energy crackles around him as he channels a vibrant, swirling force. His hands, once still, now form a conduit for this mysterious power, his focus unwavering. As he closes his eyes, beads of sweat trace his brow. Focus. Just imagine threading a needle, he whispers to himself, his concentration sharp as a blade. Feet firmly planted, he recalls like Dako Chanma taught me. His stance solidifies, grounding him as he draws upon the teachings that guide him forward. Our story dives into a mysterious scene with a young man sitting pensively, blue energy swirling all around him like a neon octopus. It's like he's meditating, but with special effects. We zoom in on his hands, which are glowing with a mysterious power. He's deep in thought, wondering if he can control this strange force. The suspense is electric. The tension builds as the energy seems to wrap around him, making his jacket look like it's alive. Things are getting intense. With a determined look, he clenches his fist. You can almost hear him thinking, "Can I really do this?" It's a make-or-break moment. Boom! He raises his fists in triumph, shouting, "I did it." Looks like he's unlocked some epic power. Someone's feeling like a superhero today. But hold up! In a classic twist of fate, our hero takes a tumble, flipping over a bench. Ouch! So much for that epic moment. Meet our determined protagonist, sporting a confident smirk and ready to tackle any challenge. He's all about that "I'm gonna get stronger" vibe, and you just know he means business. With a fist raised high, our hero is all set to level up. The energy is electric, and it's clear he's not backing down anytime soon. Cut to the private raid training academy, where dreams are made and broken. This towering building is where our story's action really kicks off. Inside the academy, students are hard at work, throwing punches with precision and power. It's a scene of camaraderie and intense focus. A mysterious visit is announced to a burly character, piquing everyone's interest. Who could it be, and what do they want? The burly character, curious and perhaps a bit cautious, steps forward to meet the unexpected visitor. The plot thickens. The scene opens with a man with a blurred face, welcoming Master Hwang Jong-hoon back. It's clear they've known each other for a while. The young man enthusiastically hugs the master, suggesting they celebrate. But he's got another agenda. The young man reveals a glowing aura in his hand, hinting at some mystical abilities. Master Hwang is visibly shocked by the display of power. The young man asks Master Hwang to examine his aura, indicating there's more to discuss. Master Hwang tells others to keep training while he steps out with the young man, hinting at a private chat about the mysterious aura. The scene opens with a man reclining in a futuristic chair, his expression hidden. Another person watches from a distance, curious about the unfolding events. The man in the chair, surrounded by an ethereal blue glow, asks, "Well, how is it?" His curiosity hints at an ongoing experiment. A digital display shows the figure 1034, a testament to the man's impressive progress. He's told, "Your score is good," adding a layer of mystery to the situation. Zooming out, it's revealed that circulating his aura through an ultimate strength program for a month has brought him remarkable results. As the mystery deepens, someone asks the man how he managed such a feat. He casually admits to following advice from a stranger, just to see if it would work. With a confident smirk, one character suggests, "Really? That's fascinating. So, how about we take it further and have a sparring match?" Clearly, someone is itching for a showdown. Meanwhile, another character, radiating with a green aura, muses about a student in this term who's way too cocky, relying solely on his aura level. He sees this sparring match as the perfect opportunity to bring that student crashing back to reality. Back in the gym, the confident character assures his friend, "I'm sure you can easily handle him." The pep talk seems to be working. With determination sparking in his eyes, the encouraged character clenches his fist, declaring, "He'll do it. Let's get ready to rumble." The scene shifts to a packed gym, where the crowd buzzes with anticipation around the sparring ring. The stakes are high, and everyone's ready for the show. Curious about his opponent, the confident character asks, "You want me to spar with that guy? What's his aura level?" The answer? Around 1000. Surprised, the character raises an eyebrow, repeating, 1000? Seems like things just got a whole lot more interesting. Standing in the gym, our character is having a moment of introspection. He's thinking he's ruthless, a guy who knocks people out quickly. Clearly, someone means business here. A handshake introduces the contenders. Im Eugene Se. Im Li Shin. Nice to meet you. Polite, but you can feel the tension. Both fighters are ready, gloves on, in a classic barehanded showdown. No weapons, just skill and grit. The referee's arm drops, signaling the start. The crowd holds its breath as the match kicks off. Eugene Sei, brimming with confidence, thinks he'll crush Li Xin with just his aura. Bold move, buddy. Li Xin braces himself, the air crackling with energy as the first move is about to land. Intensity levels are off the charts. Things are heating up in the gym as our dark-haired hero squares off against a muscular blonde guy. The air is electric with tension as fists fly. Our dark-haired fighter is throwing a punch with all his might, determination shining in his eyes. It's do or die time. The blonde opponent, with his vibrant green shirt, checks in with a hint of sarcasm. Oh dear, are you alright? He's clearly enjoying the match. With a cool demeanor, the blonde fighter acknowledges the basics are down, but hints that things are about to get serious. The blonde man launches into action, a swift movement that promises more than just practice. Things are about to get real. With a burst of energy, the blonde fighter declares, from here on, this is the real deal. The intensity ramps up. The crowd watches in awe as the blonde fighter delivers a powerful kick, sending the dark-haired fighter tumbling across the ring. It's a knockout move. In the heat of battle, one of our fierce combatants declares, this is the end. With a determined look, he charges forward, unleashing a powerful move. Just when things look grim, the other fighter nimbly sidesteps, showcasing some slick evasive skills. Surprise flickers across the aggressor's face as he blurts out, wait, realizing he's been outmaneuvered. The tables turn as the defender executes a flawless grappling technique, flipping his opponent head over heels. Stunned by the unexpected move, the attacker questions the use of grappling techniques, clearly taken aback by the sudden twist. Our scene opens in a tense gym setting, where a blonde fighter in a green shirt is being slammed down. He's having one of those moments where he realizes that martial arts can sometimes lead to unexpected outcomes. Pinned down by an opponent in a crisp white shirt, our blonde fighter reflects on how this battle is not your regular martial arts showcase. This is more than just a fight. But wait, the narrative takes a twist. It's a different story here, folks. With a swift, glowing kick, the blonde fighter tries to regain control, launching an impressive aerial move. Our story unfolds in a gym where a muscular guy in a green shirt steps up, ready for a showdown. He's all fired up, and you can just tell something epic is about to go down. Facing him is a cool, composed fighter in white. The tension is palpable as they square off, both ready to unleash their skills. Green shirt guy charges in with a fierce punch, his expression screaming determination. His fist glows with a mysterious green energy. Boom! The punch is unleashed with a powerful glow, looking like it's packing some serious magic or energy. But wait, the opponent isn't backing down. He counters with a punch of his own, radiating a cool blue energy. It's a battle of magical fists. Green shirt is stunned as the blue energy punch lands squarely on him, sending shockwaves through the scene. The opponent seizes the moment, flipping green shirt over with a swift move. The action is fast and furious. Oof! Green shirt finds himself upside down, hitting the mat hard. It's a dramatic end to the round, leaving everyone on the edge of their seats. Footsteps echo as our protagonist, Lee Semin, strides with determination. Where is he heading? Only time will tell. Someone reflects on a guy who hasn't trained properly. Oh, the shade. No passion, they say. In a heartening moment, it's revealed that the grueling practice was worth it. Hard work pays off, folks. Hands raised, a revelation hits. Everything was there all along, just needed time to manifest. Better late than never. Our main guy is in the zone, fists clenched, ready to take on the world with that determined look. You can almost hear Eye of the Tiger playing in the background. Next up, he's bench pressing like a beast, muscles flexing and a shout of effort escaping his lips. This guy means business. With a strong grip, he powers through the reps, the barbell clanking under the pressure. Gains are the name of the game. Taking a breather, our dude towels off, looking like he just conquered Mount Everest. Sweat glistens, but he's still cool as a cucumber. Meanwhile, a pair of students peek in, whispering like they've seen a celebrity. Our heroes got that magnetism, huh? One student is convinced they've spotted someone important. Should they approach him? The suspense is real. Zooming in on a piece of paper, the plot thickens. What could it be? A mystery for another day. The scene opens with a young man, proudly showing off his impressive physique, claiming he achieved this transformation in just 3 months. He's got the whole gym buzzing, and everyone wants to know his secret. Our muscle-bound hero wipes the sweat off his brow, mumbling to himself about the heat. Clearly, he's putting in the work and feeling the burn. Flexing his biceps, he's surrounded by awestruck gym-goers who can't help but admire his dedication and gains. It's like a scene out of a fitness magazine. One of the admirers, a wide-eyed student, approaches him eagerly but stumbles with his words, calling him juicy instead of young, causing a bit of awkwardness. Curiosity piqued, the student asks if the transformation really took just 3 months. With a confident smirk, our hero confirms it, leaving the student in awe. With a sparkle in his eyes, the student asks if he can achieve the same results, clearly inspired by the transformation he's witnessing. With a sly smile, our hero tells the eager student that he's got the order wrong. Leaving in a tense room, a group of newcomers is brought before the boss. The atmosphere is thick as they are reminded to show respect. A friendly face greets them. Nice to meet you, new members. Clearly, this is a place where first impressions matter. Enter Director Kim Deok-bae, a man of authority who makes his presence known with a strong introduction. He invites them to continue the conversation in the office, maintaining a professional demeanor. As they enter the office, a sudden scream echoes. Someone's clearly not having a good day. Director Kim, ever the motivator, tells Sijuan that others aspire to be like him, adding a touch of inspiration to the scene. Two friends sporting matching blue and white outfits are chatting about an event. Their spirits are high, and they're impressed by the young crowd's determination. As the motivational pep talk continues, they get a friendly cheer of fighting from another person, boosting their morale even further. One of the friends remembers something important and checks his phone. It's time to dive into a new martial arts technique, and he's all set to get started. Standing in the glow of the gym lights, a determined figure holds his phone, ready to embark on his martial arts journey. A dramatic title card appears, declaring the beginning of martial arts training, Xingyi Quan. The adventure officially kicks off. The scene shifts to the gym where our friends are sitting on the floor, visibly worn out from their training session. One friend, glasses fogged from sweat, admits he's already feeling like he's at his limit on just the first day. Meanwhile, in the background, another person is giving it their all, practicing their martial arts moves with great enthusiasm. The scene kicks off with one of the students, wearing a blue and white shirt, puzzled about what someone is doing. His curiosity is piqued, and he's trying to figure out the situation. In the next moment, we see the mysterious person in question, surrounded by a blue aura. The students wonder if this individual might be a raider, adding a layer of intrigue to the mystery. Two students, both in matching blue and white shirts, are now chatting. One of them asks if the mysterious person is a senior, indicating a hierarchy or respect towards this enigmatic figure. Finally, we see one student confirming with a simple, "That's true." The acknowledgement adds credibility to the speculation about the person's seniority or status. Days pass with our protagonist feeling like he's being watched at the gym. The strange gazes give him the creeps. While lifting weights, he catches a guy staring at him. It's awkward and unsettling. What's up with this dude? The protagonist is internally freaking out, thinking, why is he staring at me like that? It's so uncomfortable. He mentally protests, I'm not interested in guys. Clearly, this situation is not his vibe. The staring guy finally approaches, saying, excuse me. Our protagonist is like, what? The guy drops a bombshell. I've been watching you for a while now, and I've noticed something about you, Hyung. The protagonist is puzzled. What's up? The tension heightens as the guy says, your identity. Our protagonist is taken aback. My identity? Two friends are chatting, and one of them asks if the other is a raider. The atmosphere is casual, and the question seems to hold some significance. The friend responds, albeit a bit surprised, confirming he's kind of a raider. The other is thrilled, exclaiming he knew it all along. As the conversation continues, the friend admits he's not a formal raider yet, just prepping for the upcoming test in a month. Exciting times ahead. Plot twist. The other friend reveals he's also an awakened one, who knew both pals had hidden depths. The friend explains why he isn't at the Raider Academy. His parents think it's risky, and they want him to focus on his studies until adulthood. Wise words indeed. In the world of top raiders, it's not uncommon to find late bloomers. To truly become a raider, one must invest countless hours of time and effort alongside mastering aura. Interestingly, being a raider is the top career choice among middle and high school students in Korea. It's a job that's as glamorous as it is dangerous. Now, we meet our young protagonist in a casual setting. His friend asks if he can manipulate aura. With a bit of hesitation, he replies, "Yes, sort of." His friend, eager and supportive, encourages him to give it a try. Our protagonist is caught off guard, responding with a nervous, "And now?" As he attempts to harness his aura, the tension builds. His hands glow with a faint light, but it's clear this is going to take some practice. His friend watches, while our hero tries to keep it together. A guy is chatting in the gym, boasting about how he learned some cool moves from a beginner's course by Raider and Sanguine. His friend seems impressed, asking who taught him. His friend, full of energy, responds enthusiastically with a big yes, Hyung, ready to tackle whatever comes next. Both guys are standing together, one with crossed arms, clearly feeling confident and ready to take on anything. Another shot of the duo, one giving a thumbs up while the other clenches his fist, both brimming with excitement. Someone else watches them with a hint of amusement. The observer stands confidently with arms crossed, wearing a shirt with a star emblem, clearly inspired by the duo's energy. The observer, fueled by the duo's energy, decides it's time to step up and do his best too, gearing up for some action. The scene opens with our hero, immersed in studying the fundamentals of aura manipulation. Just the thought of it gets his adrenaline pumping. He's so hyped. The anticipation of mastering these aura skills is almost too much to handle. "Please wait a bit longer, Heavenly Demon Dako Chanja," he muses. His trusty laptop is glowing with knowledge, and our guy is all in, finding the tips board super handy for nailing those basics. Amidst the usual grind in his dimension, he wonders what's brewing with the Grand Wizard. Another day, another magical hustle. Thinking aloud, he notes the randomness of this year's in-depth test. So the in-depth test this year is random too, he ponders. Diving into records, he analyzes historical exam data, trying to predict this year's Channel Ranger qualification exam type. The suspense is real. Alright, so we're diving into the world of exams where passing the written test, aura management, and combat ability evaluation is just the start. Our character is getting ready for the final in-depth test, which is notoriously tough. Our mystery character is questioning the purpose of these tests, pondering aloud how it helps raiders. Clearly, they're not buying into the usual hype. With a click on the laptop, they pull up practice questions, questioning if raiding isn't just about fighting and slaying monsters. Seems like some skepticism is brewing here. Leaning back in their chair, they're thinking it's only those with deep pockets or mysterious motives who spend on stuff like this. A quick phone call and some secretive whispers. They're confirming some insider info and ready to throw in some cash. Looks like they've got connections. Phone call done, and they seem pretty smug. Leaning on their hand, they're thinking this is all the prep they need. Confidence or arrogance. With a chilling smirk, they plan to let the world know what they're up to. A secret plan is unfolding, and it involves shaking things up. Our story swoops in with a guy doing some mid-air acrobatics, looking like he's in a world of his own. What's got him flying like that? Only time will tell. Landing with a thud, our airborne friend seems to be having a moment of realization. Something's up, and he's not sure what it is yet. A chilling presence catches his attention. It's like he's sensing something or someone nearby. Spooky vibes much? Cut to a woman jogging alongside a picturesque river. She's in her zone, but something's about to shake up her routine. Our jogger suddenly stops, puzzled. She's picked up on something. maybe a familiar face or a distant memory. She approaches the mysterious man with a confident stride, claiming to recognize him. But does he recognize her? She comments on his noticeable weight loss and almost didn't recognize him. But he's not in the mood for chit-chat, brushing her off with a cool demeanor. An apology hangs in the air. She's sorry for something from the past. What history do these two share, and where will it lead? Meet Kim Seonha, standing with a hand on her chest, introducing herself with a confident smile. Next up, we've got Lee Semin, casually introducing himself with a hint of mystery. Seonha is curious and asks Semin if he's a raider. Semin, with his arms crossed, reveals he's taking the test this time. Seonha cheers with energy, saying she'll root for her company's rookie, too. The duo is now in a friendly face-off, discussing what kind of bet they're about to make. Semin, with a determined look, throws down the challenge. Let's see who wins. In a room filled with tension, a woman stands confidently, facing a man. Her stance is firm, and she seems ready to challenge him on something significant. Things heat up as the woman points her finger, asking, "Do you have the guts?" Her words hang heavy in the air, demanding an answer. The scene intensifies with a flashback, revealing past accusations. "You were hopeless once before," she accuses, while he silently absorbs the weight of her words. As the city wakes up, the man steps into the bustling streets, surrounded by people. It's 7:50 a.m., and he's lost in thoughts, trying to process the morning's confrontation. In the bustling crowd, our protagonist whispers a silent thanks to some heavenly figures, hoping for some divine intervention in the upcoming test. Amidst the chaos, he spots a familiar face in the crowd. Could it be? Is that guy taking the test too? Suddenly, the pressure is on, and he can't afford to fall behind. With a deep breath, our hero steps forward, ready to face the challenge head-on, determined to give it his all. Inside the exam hall, the tension is palpable. The clock ticks as students scribble away, trying to make sense of the brain-busting questions. It's like a scene from a battle, with pencils as swords. Despite the pressure, our protagonist finds solace in the difficulty of the test. After all, it's the challenge that makes all those late-night study sessions worth it. Our story unfolds in a classroom where one student confidently declares, "I finished answering." Meanwhile, others are still buried in their exams, looking like they're solving the mysteries of the universe. A quick glance around reveals that everyone is struggling, except for our carefree hero. It's clear that the exam is a tough nut to crack for most. The student muses about the difficulty of the written exam, wondering if the next test will be just as brutal. Oh, the joys of academia. A stern announcement from the proctor shakes the room. Anyone who moves their pen will be disqualified. High stakes, folks. Tension escalates as one bold student, wearing an overspeed shirt, decides to risk it all and continues writing. The room holds its breath. Out of nowhere, a mysterious purple energy zips through the classroom, setting the stage for some serious chaos. Our overspeeding friend is struck by the purple zap, letting out a dramatic cue. As the energy engulfs him, things just got electrifying. The scene crackles with tension as a figure, shrouded in mystery, unleashes a burst of purple energy while sternly warning someone. It's clear, this is no idle threat. In a room full of attentive faces, a figure stands firm, declaring that the rules are essential for those who dare to risk their lives. The stakes are high, and the message is clear. Follow the rules or face the consequences. The lecture continues with an emphasis on the importance of teamwork. It's a world where going solo is not an option. The attendees are reminded that the stakes are real and cooperation is key. A close-up shot of someone adjusting their glasses adds a touch of suspense. What secrets lie behind those lenses? As the lecture wraps up, the speaker extends a hopeful good luck to everyone. Alright, so we're in the thick of exam stress. Our protagonist is sweating bullets, worried about failing. He's like, seriously, it's so hard. As he chats with a friend, hoping to measure his aura and get it over with. Now we see him contemplating his fate. He's thinking it was tough, but I don't think he'll fail. Clutching something in his hand, he's trying to reassure himself. Suddenly, he feels the pressure of everyone around him. His aura starts glowing blue, and he's reminded of the last time his aura was seen. It's like he's sitting in a pool of tension. Across the room, some students notice him and whisper, "Hey, look over there." Using aura here? Our guy's aura is kind of a big deal, and he's trying to keep it on the down low. He closes his eyes, battling to stay calm. "I need to stay calm somehow," he tells himself. It's a mental tug-of-war. Flashback time. He's picturing himself in a military setting, rallying his spirits with "I can do it," as he gears up for what's ahead. Back to reality, and his aura is still swirling like a storm. Damn it. These ominous thoughts keep creeping in. He's fighting to keep his cool. Finally, he digs deep, recalling wisdom from someone named Dako Kiyama. Let's just remember what heavenly demon Dako Kiyama said. He thinks, trying to ground himself. Meet our mystical main character, sitting amidst a blue aura that screams harmony and balance. It's like he's the poster child for yin and yang, heaven and earth, and all things in. But hold up, life's not all about balance. Cut to a harsh scene where our guy is face down on the classroom floor, being bullied with a foot planted firmly on his back. Ouch! Flashback time. We see our guy, full of dreams and determination, telling someone about his wish to become a raider. His parents, who aren't even his biological ones, are all in, believing in him without a second thought. Zoom in on his eye, filled with a mix of emotions. There's a lot going on in that head of his. Back to the classroom. Our dude is caught off guard while trying to cultivate aura. The teacher's like, "What are you doing?" And our guy's all like, "Huh?" Classic. Oops. Looks like cultivating aura in class isn't the smartest move. The teacher reminds him about the basics, and our guy is bowing and the scene opens with a mysterious figure adjusting their glasses, hinting at some hidden knowledge. They're about to drop some serious info, and you can almost hear the dramatic music playing in the background. Next, we get a glimpse of two adventurers, looking all heroic and ready to rumble. They've got glowing weapons, and the setting is dark and eerie. The narration reveals there's a monster listed in the monster encyclopedia called Black Castle. Then, we dive into the pages of the encyclopedia, showing a silhouette of this so-called Black Castle. It's noted that this creature is rarely seen, making it even more ominous. The vibe is all about mystery and suspense. The scene opens with a professional-looking individual announcing that the aura measurement will soon close. There's a sense of urgency in the air. A helpful gentleman steps in, offering to guide a young man to the right place. He's thinking, what a pity, maybe they're cutting it close. With time ticking away, our helpful guide encourages his new friend to rush to the first floor. Gotta move fast. Close up on our guide, looking all official and ready to help. He's wearing a neat white shirt with a cool emblem on it. The young man, rocking a casual t-shirt, gives a thankful nod, grateful for the help. He's ready for this aura adventure. Inside the aura measurement room, the young man declares his purpose. The staff member acknowledges him, asking him to wait a moment. As he waits, another person steps up, joining the line. The anticipation builds as they prepare for their aura readings. There's a buzz in the air as the crowd erupts with exclamations of surprise. Our main character, with dark hair, is caught off guard, thinking, what's going on? As they try to see what all the fuss is about. The scene intensifies as whispers of disbelief ripple through the group. The main character, still looking confused, asks, "What's the matter?" trying to get to the bottom of the commotion. A close-up reveals another character, seemingly astonished, exclaiming, "It's them!" The main character, now more alert, questions, "Really? Them?" As the mystery deepens. 30,000? That's the buzzword echoing through the school hallway as students walk by, each with their own thoughts swirling around this mysterious number. Curiosity peaks as one student slyly wonders about the child of someone possibly famous, their imagination running wild with stories of beauty and fame. Amongst the chatter, a name rings out, "Bang You By." Is it a girl? The suspense builds as students speculate about this enigmatic figure with an aura and looks to match. The disbelief continues as one student laughs off the idea, recalling their company's standards, their mind racing with possibilities. Back to reality, Another student asks if anyone got disqualified, perhaps worried about their own standing in the face of such high expectations. With a nervous laugh, someone admits their last reading was a mere 5,100, a stark contrast to the looming 30,000. We see a pair of feet enter a room as a voice calls out, "Next, please come in." A young man, looking a bit nervous, steps into a futuristic hallway. He's told, "You're the last one." Inside a high-tech room, a doctor instructs him to lie down on a strange-looking chair, while two guards stand by. The young man settles in as a helmet-like device lowers onto him. The doctor mentions he'll be in the adjacent room. Close-up of the young man, Lee Semin, sweating as the procedure begins. The tension is palpable. His hands clench slightly as the doctor refers to him as Mr. Lee Semin. The doctor notes a reading. It's 7180, while Lee Semin remains in the chair, surrounded by the mysterious equipment. The city is alive with its usual hustle and bustle. People are scattered around, going about their daily routines, under the warm glow of the setting sun. Inside a cafe, our main character, a young man with dark hair and a casual white t-shirt, sits alone, pondering life with a slight air of mystery around him. His gaze shifts to a girl in the crowd, and there's a hint of intrigue as he watches her. He wonders why she's making something so obvious, possibly referring to her actions or expressions. Meanwhile, a group of people nearby are strapped with swords, hinting at an unusual twist in this seemingly ordinary world. Back in the cafe, a hand reaches out to him, breaking his contemplative state. The hand belongs to his sister, who surprises him with a boisterous greeting, making him jump in his seat. Our story kicks off in a cozy cafe, where our main guy is chilling with his mates. One of them strolls in, backpack slung over one shoulder, and casually asks about the test results. The vibe is pretty laid back. The test went awesome, and they're already thinking about food. Our protagonist throws pork belly into the mix. And you know what that means? Time for some serious eating. Cut to the sizzle. The pork belly hits the grill, and it's a mouth-watering scene. The table's set, and our crew is about to dig in. But first, someone's about to drop a word. With a big grin, one friend declares he's treating everyone today. He's got a big heart, and he wants everyone to eat until they're stuffed. Generosity level, maxed out. The fun continues as another friend jokes about the grill master's skills, suggesting a career change to Barbecue King. Clearly, their cooking skills are on point. The talent doesn't stop there. Our main guy cheekily claims, "Talent is my name," followed by a playful request for a little smack. Just some friendly banter among pals. Seems like these buddies need regular reminders, huh? But things get a bit dramatic when one friend teases about attempted murder with a lighthearted jab. It's all in good fun. And just like that, the scene shifts with the sound of a bell. Something or someone might just be entering the picture. The sun sets as our gang strolls into the restaurant, looking all slick and confident. Someone's got their shades on, and they're all about that swagger. The welcome's warm, and the vibes are cool. As they step in, one of them asks for a table for 5. You know, just a casual dinner with the crew. The host is on it, nodding along, ready to get them settled. But wait, there's more. A familiar face pops up, sparking a little "Hey, fancy seeing you here" moment. It's like running into your high school buddy at the mall. Introductions are in order. "Hello, I'm Bang You Bai," says one with a cheeky smile. "I'm Lee Sien Ha," replies the other, probably thinking, "Do I know you from somewhere?" Our friendly bunch is ready to dig into their meal, but there's a twist. Enjoy your meal, and don't forget our little bet. Oh, a bet? Things just got interesting. One of our characters stands there with a face like, "Wait, what bet? When did I ever say that?" Classic misunderstanding or sneaky trick. Only time will tell. After a delicious meal, our characters are stepping out into the evening. Gratitude is in the air as they thank each other for the meal. You can almost feel the food coma setting in. The conversation takes a curious turn as one of the friends wonders about some women they saw earlier. "Who were those nuns?" he asks, clearly intrigued by their beauty. A wise voice chimes in, reminding everyone that appearances aren't everything. A classic life lesson dropped right in the middle of the street. With spirits high, the friends decide to keep the night alive by heading to karaoke. Laughter and excitement fill the air as they wrap arms around each other, ready for the next adventure. As they walk down the street, something feels a bit off. A mysterious vibe creeps in, but the friends are too engrossed in their camaraderie to notice. Suddenly, one of them senses something strange, a chill running down his spine. His expression shifts as he mutters a confused "huh?" Eyes wide, the friends look around, trying to figure out what just happened. There's a tension in the air, as if something unexpected is about to unfold. Three friends are on high alert as one asks, "What's wrong?" A sense of unease hangs in the air. The tension thickens when one of them, sporting a shirt with a bold R logo, calls out to his buddies, Jay and Jimin. The urgency kicks in as they decide to make a fast exit, with one of them exclaiming, "Let's get out of here." Fast. Close up on our protagonist's face, eyes wide with concern. He confesses, "I have a bad feeling." Out of nowhere, a dazzling, electric gate appears, crackling with energy. One of the friends, panic-stricken, identifies the anomaly a gate. Our main hero, with an intense expression, shouts to his friend, the urgency in his voice palpable. The scene unfolds with an electrifying crack tearing through the street, red lightning flashing ominously as bystanders look on in shock. The onlookers, a mix of surprise and fear on their faces, watch the unfolding chaos. Their expressions say it all. Something big is about to go down. Emerging from the darkness, a menacing creature with red eyes and sharp fangs growls ferociously. It's not just any beast. This one means business. Suddenly, a voice breaks the tension, shouting Sinkus. Clearly, this creature is known, and its presence spells trouble. Amidst a swirling vortex of energy, a mysterious figure unleashes a powerful move called Sinkus, radiating danger and intensity. This doesn't look like your average Saturday night. The aftermath of the attack sends shockwaves through the scene, with debris flying and chaos reigning supreme. The sound effects are almost as loud as my neighbor's dog. People are in a frenzy, running for their lives as the red glow of destruction looms over them. It's like a fire drill, but with actual fire. A determined individual stands firm, their silhouette against the chaos, urging everyone to evacuate. They've got the kind of bravery that makes you wish you wore your superhero cape today. We've got a crew making a loud entrance, declaring themselves as the Iron Horse Company. The leader, with a fierce look and a commanding voice, tells everyone to scram. They mean business. The leader, showing no time to waste, turns to you and puts them in charge of escorting the rescue team. You can feel the urgency in the air. Switching gears, we see a shadowy figure against the cityscape backdrop. The name Iron Horse Company looms large, hinting at the challenges they face. Things heat up fast as we dive into an intense showdown. Swords are drawn, and the action is explosive. You can almost hear the clash of steel. The battle reaches a fever pitch with a close-up of a sword being blocked. The tension is through the roof, and the stakes are higher than ever. The scene bursts open with our red-haired warrior, eyes blazing with determination, as they channel a torrent of energy through their sword. It's on. As the energy crackles, we get a close-up, revealing the warrior's intense focus and readiness to face whatever comes next. A shadowy claw creeps into view, and we know things are about to get real. The ground trembles as danger approaches. Enter the beasts, hulking figures with sinister red eyes, ready to pounce. The tension is palpable as they emerge from the darkness. But our hero is no rookie. They dash into action, cutting through the air with precision. The fight is far from over. Mid-swing, the warrior shouts, "Stop it!" Determination coats every word, yet the battle rages on. The beasts retaliate fiercely, one of them lunging forward. Our hero is knocked back, letting out a painful scream. It's a nail-biter. A desperate cry echoes through the darkened scene. "Save me!" Our hero stands firm, surrounded by ominous shadows, ready to face whatever comes next. With resolve in his eyes, our protagonist remembers his training. He's been preparing for moments like this, and he's ready to take action. A new figure bursts into view, the tension escalating. The scene is charged with energy as the clash is imminent. The blurred figure adds mystery to the unfolding drama, leaving us on the edge of our seats. In the heat of the moment, our hero stands amidst chaos, confronted by a creature. The battle rages on, each move critical. As the dust settles, our hero realizes something crucial while watching the intense clash between Jay and Jord. This insight might just turn the tide. A boy who had never received proper training is accurately grasping the flow of battle. He leaps into action, delivering a powerful kick to one of the attacking creatures. The narration suggests that with time, he would surely become a remarkable raider. With determination, he faces a creature head-on, showcasing his courage. Amidst the chaos, he charges forward with determination. However, the battle takes a turn as he finds himself on the ground with a menacing creature looming over him. In the middle of a chaotic scene, someone shouts "NJ" as a mysterious figure charges up with some serious energy, looking ready to throw down. The action heats up as NJ lets out a fierce battle cry, launching a punch that looks like it could level a building. Intense vibes all around. Suddenly, the dust settles a bit, and we see NJ standing amidst the aftermath, looking surprised by something. What's caught his eye? A friend rushes over, asking if everyone's okay. NJ reassures them, though there's mention of a seriously injured person nearby. The scene turns heartfelt as NJ is urged to pull himself together. He chuckles, insisting he's not about to bite the dust just yet. Another character steps up, ready to handle the situation. The rescue team is on its way, and there's a nod to NJ's powers. Meanwhile, an injured person lies on the ground, breathing heavily. The tension is palpable as the situation remains dire. I use my aura to stop the bleeding, but his arm, our hero, seems stressed, reflecting on a dire situation. The tension spikes as two ferocious beasts close in on someone who's down for the count. Not looking good. A determined shout echoes through the chaos. This way, as a burst of energy lights up the scene. Things are heating up. A group observes the action from a distance, plotting their next move. They're ready to jump into the fray. In the midst of a bustling city, a shadowy figure with intense eyes makes a break for it, setting the stage for an epic chase. Our red-haired hero, fierce and focused, is hot on their trail, determined not to let them escape. As the chase intensifies, they leap across rooftops, defying gravity with every move. The pursuer channels a burst of blue energy, soaring through the air with a fiery determination. With a graceful yet powerful descent, they close in, ready to confront their target with an electrifying resolve. In the heat of battle, a character with fiery determination shouts, "Please just die," as they wield a sword with deadly precision. Lightning crackles and energy swirls around a fearsome beast, hinting at an epic clash about to unfold. The beast roars defiantly, its powerful neck arching back as it braces for impact. The mighty creature crashes to the ground with a thunderous thud, its defeat seemingly at hand. As the dust settles, someone announces, "Sinjus isn't moving." Gratitude fills the air as the call for the healing team echoes urgently. The scene is intense as the gate starts to close. Our main guy, looking sharp with his short black hair, stands with the kid as they watch the countdown to complete termination. Just 10 seconds left. Suddenly, our hero spots something suspicious by the gate. It's not just any weird occurrence. Something's definitely up. Boom! Out of the shadows comes a beastly figure. Huge tusks, glowing eyes, and a face that screams trouble. What on earth is this creature? Our protagonist is taken aback, recognizing something about the mysterious figure. The suspense is through the roof. Amidst a swirling storm of energy, a shadowy figure seems to harness an electrifying power. A tall individual in a white shirt pulls their bespectacled friend close, worry evident in their eyes. Inji, the bespectacled one, cries out, tension in the air as they seem overwhelmed. The tall figure checks on Inji, ensuring they're okay and confirming that the person they saved is alive. The tall figure reassures Inji, acknowledging their bravery in saving someone. Inji, still doubting their own strength, is comforted by the tall figure's words. Amidst the chaos of emergency lights and responders, the two find a moment of calm together. Amidst shadows, our enigmatic character agrees with Jump, setting a serious tone. The scene transitions to a bright, busy city, where life seems to carry on amidst towering cranes and buildings. A pair of sneakers stride confidently, each step echoing determination. Reflecting on a pivotal day, we see the city and its people picking up the pieces, resuming their everyday hustle. Yet beneath the surface, something stirs. Our character pauses, hands on knees, as if grappling with an unspoken truth. As the sun peeks through the trees, our protagonist reflects on a fateful day, contemplating the role of Kim Kahana and her squad. The scene shifts to a building under the night sky, its windows glowing with the light of activity. Inside the gym, our determined hero is bench pressing like there's no tomorrow, pushing through the reps with grit. His mind flashes back to a mysterious confrontation, hinting at a powerful adversary he once faced. His face is a picture of focus and effort, sweat glistening as he powers through his workout. A voice cuts through the clatter of weights. It's a gym buddy, suggesting it's time for our hero to head home. Caught off guard, he wipes his brow, realizing just how late it's gotten. Time really flies when you're hustling hard. Under a serene night sky, two characters share a solemn moment. The muscular guy breaks the silence with an apology about Gun Inji. There's a heavy feeling in the air. The muscular man, sipping from his glass, expresses regret over what happened to Gun Inji. The mood is somber and sincere. The younger man, clearly burdened, reminds the director that he's an awakened one. The director acknowledges, mentioning his successful test. Our young hero admits, despite passing the test, he was paralyzed with fear when facing monsters. His eyes reveal the weight of this confession. Both characters sit silently at the counter, reflecting. The younger man's expression is pensive, the air thick with unspoken thoughts. With a shaky hand holding a cup, he blames his hesitation for Inji's fate, a moment of deep self-reflection and regret. Under the dim light, a young man is deep in thought, questioning himself out loud. Is it okay for someone like me to become a raider? You can almost hear the doubt in his voice, echoing in the silence. Sitting side by side, the young man and an older, bulkier figure seem to be lost in their own worlds. The older man's presence is comforting, like a silent guardian. The older man breaks the silence, revealing his past life. I was a boxer before opening the gym. This revelation catches the young man off guard, sparking genuine surprise. Wow, really? With a chuckle, the older man insists, don't look at me like that even though I look like this now. I used to be quite agile back then. The young man can't help but laugh, imagining the older man in his prime. Huh, it wasn't a joke. The older man insists, still holding on to the pride of his boxing days, while the young man listens intently, trying to picture it all. The scene shifts to a bustling boxing ring, where the older man reminisces, I had a rival who was like a little brother to me. The bright lights and roaring crowd paint a vivid picture of his past. A somber memory surfaces as he recalls a tragic moment. He died during our match together. The image of a fallen fighter, surrounded by chaos, marks a haunting chapter in the older man's life. Under the spotlight, a muscular figure reminisces about their inability to return to the ring, setting a somber tone. A young man listens intently as the former fighter shares his tale. Do you know why I'm telling you this? The fighter asks. The older man's voice rises with determination. To stop you from being so miserable, leaving the young man puzzled. The conversation shifts as they pour drinks. The fighter challenges the young man to stop dwelling on the past. Standing side by side, the fighter reminds him, Sahan, no human is perfect, urging him to embrace life's challenges. The fighter acknowledges the fear that comes with change, holding his drink as a symbol of courage. The scene opens with a determined figure, contemplating life with the words, nevertheless, you have to move forward. Next, we see a friendly toast between two hands holding cups, setting a warm, celebratory mood. As the conversation unfolds, one friend asks who would win in a fight back in the day, leading to a playful debate. They share a laugh, with one of them reminiscing about how much they've changed over time. With a smirk, the older friend admits that age might now give the advantage to the younger one. Despite this admission, he confidently claims he's still stronger than most and encourages Semin to become a great writer. Semin takes a drink, perhaps reflecting on the encouragement and the bond they share. The scene closes with a decisive tap of the cup on the table, signaling determination and camaraderie. Our story kicks off with a mysterious young man, his face obscured, but you can tell he's got that main character vibe. He's standing under the bright sky with a determined look. Welcome to Tezung Academy, where dreams meet reality, or should I say virtual reality. The academy stands tall, basking in the sunlight, ready to mold the next generation of heroes. Inside the VR simulation fighting room, our protagonist seems ready to rumble. He asks the instructor if his opponent will be a wolf. A wolf? Sounds like we're in for a wild ride. Gearing up for action, he puts on a VR headset. With a cool demeanor, he mutters Zorg. Is it the name of the opponent, or just a cool catchphrase? Only time will tell. With a firm grip, he readies his sword, glowing with energy. You can almost feel the tension in the air as the stage is set for an epic showdown. And there it is. A fierce wolf materializes, looking like it just walked out of a digital nightmare. This battle is going to be anything but ordinary. Our hero charges at the monstrous blue beast, sword in hand, letting out a fierce battle cry as the creature roars back. It's a clash of will and steel. He swings his sword with precision, slashing through the air. The tension is palpable as the weapon connects, but the creature retaliates with a powerful burst. The hero stands his ground, focusing intensely as he prepares for the next strike. His determination is unwavering, and he's ready to go all out. The creature sizzles with energy, seemingly unfazed. The hero takes a step back, analyzing the situation while staying on guard. He grips his sword tightly, a faint glow enveloping it. But doubts creep in. It's weak, too weak, he thinks, questioning his weapon's power. A blurred figure offers sage advice, reminding him that succumbing to fear or anger won't help. It's time to find inner strength and face the challenge head-on. In a tense moment, the mysterious swordsman, wearing a sleek white shirt and a blindfold, is asked if he wants to continue. With a calm resolve, he simply replies yes. The scene shifts dramatically as he stands ready, his sword blazing with a fierce blue aura. With confidence, he declares, "This time, I'd like to fight a Sinkus." In a dramatic face-off, our hero stands his ground against a fearsome dragon, its eyes burning with a fiery glow. The tension is palpable as the beast lets out a thunderous roar. The hero braces himself, gripping his weapon tightly. The dragon's massive form looms over him, but there's no backing down now. With a swift and powerful motion, the hero leaps into action, swinging his weapon with all his might. The room reverberates with the impact as he strikes the beast. A sharp, glowing line appears on the dragon's scales, showcasing the hero's successful hit. Sparks fly, illuminating the fierce battle between man and monster. Our hero crouches low, gripping his weapon with determination as energy crackles around him. He's facing a colossal foe, and it's about to go down. With a swift motion, he draws his glowing blue sword, its energy humming through the air. This is no ordinary fight. He's bringing out the big guns. Facing off against a gigantic beast with fiery red eyes, the hero looks tiny but fierce. That creature better watch its step. The beast lunges, but our hero is quick on his feet, dodging with the agility of a cat. It's a dance of danger and skill. Focusing his energy, the hero combines form and will, mastering the martial art Xing Yi Quan. He's ready to unleash some serious power. In the midst of an intense battle, our hero stands firm, wielding a weapon that seems to change with his very thoughts. The air crackles with energy as he prepares to make his move. A powerful blast erupts as he channels his energy, knocking back his foe with a dazzling display of skill and precision. The scene shifts as a massive, shadowy beast emerges, its presence daunting. Yet our hero remains undeterred, ready to face this new challenge. Standing tall, he grips his weapon with confidence, the air around him shimmering with power. With a deep, calming breath, he steadies himself, the weapon glowing with a mystical blue light. Suddenly, the scene shifts to a darker tone as he confronts two monstrous creatures, delivering a swift and powerful kick, showing his formidable combat skills. In a dark, ominous room, our hero stands firm, facing a menacing figure with glowing red eyes. It's a tense standoff, with a younger companion at his side, bracing for what's to come. The shadowy figure looms larger, and with a chilling command, Syncus, Initiation Phase 2, the room electrifies with anticipation. Suddenly, the figure unleashes a digital storm, symbols and energy swirling in a chaotic dance, threatening to consume everything. The scene transitions to a bright, blue sky, introducing us to the Radar Control Bureau on a seemingly peaceful day. We are greeted by the imposing sight of the Colosseum, a massive arena known as the testing ground, where all the action is set to unfold. Amidst a crowd of focused individuals, one figure, with a hood and the number 13 on his vest, stands ready. The question of the day? What weapon will he choose? Cool as a cucumber, he picks a sword, but as he checks it out, he's not impressed. This practiced sword just ain't cutting it. The hall buzzes with whispers. Someone's got their eye on the immortal, and big-name Platinum Mark Lee Yun-ko is in the house, supervising this whole shindig. Up on stage, a guy in a slick suit holds everyone's attention. He's talking about some high-tech gear that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi flick. The demonstration is intense. The gear sensors mean business. Get hit with a fatal blow. The scene opens with a sharp-dressed announcer declaring the rules of the game. Take down as many opponents as possible and be the last one standing. Simple, right? Participants, looking ready for action, sign waivers and proceed to the testing area. This is where the real deal begins. With a dramatic flair, the announcer wishes everyone good luck. The tension in the room is palpable as the crowd gathers, eager to see who will come out on top. A group of determined contestants, each wearing numbered vests, stand ready. The atmosphere is electric with anticipation. Outside, the lush green surroundings set the stage for the ultimate showdown. The contestants are scattered, preparing for what's to come. The scene is set with a countdown, just 5 minutes until the test kicks off. Our characters are instructed to hang tight and wander around if they please. One of the characters pipes up, wondering if they can snag the best spots. They're all about getting that strategic advantage. Bam! The test is officially underway. You can feel the tension in the air as a character stands ready. A curious interaction unfolds as one character asks another why they're just standing there, seemingly lost in thought. The hooded character muses aloud, noting that they're on the same wavelength. Might as well scope out what the others are up to. A close-up on a determined face reveals a plan. Let the others duke it out first. Our hero is in an intense sword fight with a masked opponent, both locked in a fierce struggle. The clash of steel fills the air, and you can almost feel the tension radiating from the page. The scene shifts as gunfire erupts, the bullets tearing through the air with a roar. The stakes just got higher, and everyone's on edge. A warrior with a blazing sword steps forward, fiery determination in his eyes. He's ready to finish what was started, and he's not backing down. Amidst the chaos, a mysterious figure appears, channeling a powerful energy. They grip their weapon tightly, ready to unleash it with precision. The final image captures the dramatic clash of weapons, a whirlwind of motion as the battle continues unabated. The scene opens with an intense clash as our hooded hero, known only by the number 13, squares off against a hefty opponent. The air is tense, and the fight is on. 13, with a quick and unexpected move, throws the opponent's weapon aside, leaving him bewildered. What the hell? He thinks, as blue energy crackles around 13's fists. A loud sound effect captures the climax of the battle, marking the decisive moment. The dust settles, and a computerized voice declares, 222, combat disabled. The opponent's defeat is official. The fallen opponent lies face down, utterly defeated, with his weapon discarded nearby. It's lights out for him. The victory is sweet for 13, who earns first blood and some extra points in the combat test. There's a confident adjustment of the hood, sealing the win. With the fight concluded, 13 walks away, leaving behind the fallen foe as the sun filters through the trees. It's just another day in the life of a combatant. In the monitoring room, the tension is palpable as someone drops the bombshell that contestant 222 is out. The stakes are high, and everyone is on edge. The scene shifts to a blurred face, a moment of suspense hanging in the air, leaving us guessing who this mysterious figure might be. A representative from Renegade chimes in, sharing some juicy gossip about a new recruit from Iron Horse. This recruit is causing quite the stir. Meanwhile, a member of Infinite Society casually mentions that this new recruit's aura level is over 30,000. Talk about power levels going through the roof. Over at the Iron Horse table, someone laughs, commenting on the recruit's enthusiasm. It seems this new player is the talk of the town. With a reflective gaze, the Iron Horse member notes the confidence surrounding them, musing that everyone must have someone they rely on. It's a moment of introspection amid the buzzing excitement. Under the eerie glow of a full moon, a shadowy figure stands. This mysterious character, cloaked in darkness, holds a shimmering gem, exuding an aura that hints at unimaginable power. Suddenly, the scene shifts to an ominous mouth-like structure, where the word subordinating looms large, hinting at a formidable force or entity being controlled. In a forest setting, a determined figure emerges. Dressed in tactical gear, with a number 13 visible, he moves with purpose, possibly on a mission. Two combatants clash fiercely, their intense energy swirling around them. One wields a glowing green aura, while the other counters with a dazzling purple force, both demonstrating extraordinary skills. The battle rages on, with neither side backing down. The combatants are locked in a fierce struggle, each trying to outmaneuver the other in a dance of power and precision. Amidst the chaos of the Battle of the Raiders, our protagonist charges forward with a dynamic flair, leaving onlookers stunned and adversaries reeling from his overwhelming energy. As the dust settles, the battlefield is littered with those who couldn't withstand the onslaught. The incredulous whispers of combat unavailable echo through the air, marking the fallen. A hooded figure stands out, moving with astonishing speed. His swift movements catch everyone's attention, making them wonder just how powerful this mysterious individual really is. Elsewhere, in a dimly lit room, a group of serious-faced individuals watches the battle unfold on their screens. Questions arise about the identity and origin of this new, formidable contender. Intrigue deepens as one observer points out the prowess of that one, hinting at deeper connections and possible ramifications of this new player's entrance into the scene. Two men in suits are having a conversation. One points out a figure, exclaiming that he's the one who knocked out candidates earlier. The other asks if he knows Sianga. The focus shifts to the mysterious figure standing confidently, exclaiming that he knows who the figure is. In the midst of a forest, a character is seen wielding a sword with a glowing aura, ready to strike. A fierce clash erupts as a mysterious opponent, cloaked in dark energy, confronts the sword wielder. A close-up of the mysterious opponent reveals their determined expression, hinting at their formidable nature. In the heart of the forest, our mystery combatant, sporting a sleek ponytail and a tactical vest, stands triumphantly over a defeated foe. The label reads number 27, combat unavailable, setting a serious vibe. With a glint in their eye, they muse aloud, I wonder who's next? Clearly, they're ready for more action, hinting at an unyielding spirit. Our ponytailed warrior pauses, suddenly alert, as if sensing an approaching presence. What is this? They wonder, eyes scanning the shadows. Enter a new challenger, stepping through the foliage. Their arrival electrifies the air, leaving us with a lingering question of intentions. Our main character, ponytail swaying, turns to face this newcomer with a simple yet loaded flashback time. A vivid memory surfaces of a day filled with fear. Our hero, in a crowd, felt the chill of terror and helplessness. The flashback continues, showing a close-up of a distressed face. The words echo, and couldn't do anything, revealing a moment of vulnerability. It's a tense reunion in the woods. A hooded figure, shrouded in mystery, exchanges words with a black-haired character. It's been a while, the hooded one says, suggesting they have a shared past. Blue energy crackles around the hooded figure, exuding an aura of power. The black-haired character's eyes widen as they realize, you were an insignificant guy. Clearly, things have changed. The black-haired character ponders. Could it be that you're that type? Their mind races, trying to figure out the hooded figure's true nature. The scene shifts as they stand apart, weapons at the ready. Shall we start? The hooded figure challenges, signaling the beginning of a potential showdown. With determination in their eyes, the black-haired character grips their weapon, ready to engage. The tension in the air hints that this isn't just a friendly spar. In a whirlwind of motion, the dark-haired warrior, with a ponytail, launches a powerful attack, slicing through the air with precision. The hooded opponent braces for impact, caught off guard by the sheer speed of the assault. The hooded fighter, eyes wide with surprise, acknowledges the swift strike, thinking to himself, so fast. He realizes that relying solely on aura isn't enough to win this battle. The dark-haired warrior intensifies the assault, moving with lightning speed. A vibrant energy trails behind as the attack lands with a resounding impact. Amidst the forest backdrop, the duel continues with both fighters clashing in a burst of purple energy. The ground shakes as their powers collide, neither willing to back down. The dark-haired warrior, eyes focused and determined, executes a swift maneuver, ready to strike again. Their movements are fluid, every step calculated for maximum effect. With a fierce expression, the hooded opponent counters, channeling a dark, swirling energy into a powerful punch aimed directly at their adversary. The battle rages on, each strike echoing with the force of their resolve. The forest is quiet, but the tension is palpable. A hooded figure crouches, ready to pounce, while their opponent stands unfazed, exuding confidence. Even while being kicked, the mysterious figure is counterattacking, showing off their impressive skills. The hooded figure, now on the defensive, admits to themselves that their opponent's skills might be superior. The blurred character casually wipes their chin, seemingly unbothered by the confrontation. With a swift move, they adjust their hair, turning to face the hooded figure with an unreadable expression. The blurred character's aura is unsettling, making the hooded figure uneasy with their calm demeanor. A chilling atmosphere envelopes the forest as the hooded figure senses something ominous about their opponent. The scene is set with a character shrouded in a mysterious and powerful aura. They're caught in a moment of realization, thinking, monster's aura? The energy is palpable, and you can almost hear the dramatic background music playing. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a foreboding figure stands before a massive creature. It's hiding, lurking, waiting to pounce. The tension is thick, and you can feel the chill in the air. The character takes a deep breath, trying to calm themselves amidst the chaos. You can almost hear their heartbeat as they steady their nerves. This is serious business. The character is overwhelmed by an enormous amount of aura. They're questioning how a monster could possess such a tremendous power. It's like trying to fathom the universe's mysteries. The intense aura wraps around the character, almost like a fiery dance of shadows. They're determined, ready to face whatever threat lies ahead, with a silent promise of "let's do this." The scene shifts to a pair of feet, grounded but ready to spring into action. The atmosphere is charged, and the stage is set for the next move. Something's about to go down, The scene is set with a figure in a hooded cloak, donning a tactical vest marked with the number 10. There's a sense of tension as he seems ready for action, but our hooded character grins confidently, surrounded by an ominous blue glow, ready to unleash some mysterious power. His opponent, face obscured, turns with a knowing smirk, acknowledging his transformation. "You're different from before, aren't you?" she remarks. The hooded man replies with a cool confidence. "I adapt quickly," as the atmosphere crackles with energy. A dramatic standoff ensues as the red-cloaked opponent questions herself. "I can't just run away again, can I?" The tension builds, setting the stage for an epic showdown. The scene is electric. Our fiery-haired warrior launches an attack, blazing with red-hot energy. They're not holding back, and you can feel the intensity in the air. The opponent, face obscured but spirit unyielding, steps up to counter the fiery assault. It's a clash of titans, each strike echoing with raw power. And just like that, the battle reaches its epic conclusion. The words "individual match ends" hang in the air, marking the end of this thrilling showdown. The air crackles with tension as a powerful swing cuts through the air, sending shockwaves around the arena. It's the final clash, the decisive blow that will determine the winner of this intense individual match. A loud announcement rings out, declaring the end of the individual match. The fighters have given their all, and now it's time to catch their breath. Two combatants, looking both surprised and relieved, exchange glances. Their expressions say it all, a mixture of respect and exhaustion after such a fierce contest. As dust settles, the scene reveals the aftermath. The second round is over, and the individual matches have concluded. Victorious but weary, the fighters lie on the ground, contemplating the battle's outcome. It's time for the winners to prepare for the next round. Chilling under a tree, our mysterious character seems deep in thought, soaking up the summer vibes. In a different scene, folks are lining up inside, directed by a security guy with a badge, making sure everyone knows their place. The tension rises in a massive hall where the final in-depth evaluation is about to go down, each time with a twist. The pressure's on. Even the top dogs from earlier rounds aren't feeling comfy. This is the big league of the Raider qualification exam. So, our main guy's holding a piece of paper, looking all puzzled. Paper and pencil? He wonders, scratching his head. Is this some kind of drawing test? Nah, it seems way more serious. Turns out it's not about doodles at all. They're in a big hall, and the final exam for these wannabe raiders is an essay. The crowd's in shock. HUH? Echoes through the room. Instructions flash up, demanding everyone stay put until the exam kicks off. Moving around might get them kicked out. Pressure's on, folks. Our hero's sweating bullets. An essay for a raider? He's not exactly Shakespeare, and it's been ages since he cracked open a book. Yikes, talk about a curveball. A flashback hits him. Watching Raider Legends on video once fueled his dreams of joining their ranks. But now, that dream's feeling a bit ordinary. His mind drifts further back. As a kid, a raider saved him during a gate incident. That moment inspired him to save others, just like he was saved. But now, doubt creeps in. Will this essay be his downfall? The scene opens with a young man in a cap, pondering deeply. He's wondering when his obsession with becoming a raider for justice began. It's clear he's been consumed by this drive. Now, we see him sitting at a desk, pen in hand, lost in thought, as if trying to write down the whirlwind of thoughts in his head. Flashback time. We're back in what seems to be a school setting. A younger version of him is being pushed around by some classmates. He used to believe that raiders were the good guys. The memory continues, showing him surrounded by these school bullies. Someone is telling him to take it easy, calling him by his name, on Sungjun. Suddenly, one of the bullies taunts him, calling him orphan boy. The harsh reality hits, being weak meant being tossed aside, a memory that clearly shaped his views on justice. Standing by the window, a young boy reflects on the moment he realized he was abandoned, only to be adopted by his current, loving parents. His new parents embraced him wholeheartedly, taking on the mission of raising him with open arms and warm hearts. A touching moment shows the boy embraced by his adoptive parents, feeling the love and warmth without the need for words. They didn't use complicated words to show him love, making everything feel natural and sincere. A closed box, symbolizing perhaps the past or forgotten memories, sits quietly, hinting at a story yet to unfold. The scene opens with a mysterious hand placing a document into a shredder, suggesting some secrets are being erased. Outside, amidst a bustling backdrop, a group is sharing heartfelt goodbyes. Someone advises, "Take care of yourself. Don't forget what it takes." In a close-up, one person tells another to stay true to your name. The other, puzzled, asks, "My name?" The meaning of the name is revealed. Sei means world, and Min means people. It's a name with purpose. Finally, the encouragement is clear. Become a raider for the people, Sei Min. The weight of responsibility is evident as snow gently falls. The scene unfolds with an emotional farewell as a young man stands in the snow, expressing heartfelt gratitude to those who raised him. He's ready to take on new responsibilities, promising he'll do that. This moment marks a significant turning point. The scene opens with a celestial vibe as our main dude is lying down, gazing up at this mysterious, otherworldly figure. She's throwing down a challenge, then transcend it. She's basically telling him to level up, break through whatever's holding him back. It's like she's the coach in his cosmic corner, ready to push him to greatness. Next up, we have a close-up shot of a guy who's getting a little philosophical. He's talking about how certain things are just natural, right? This adds a bit of mystery, like he's hinting at some grand scheme or underlying truth that's about to unfold. Now, we see our hero getting a pep talk from a buddy. It's all about becoming a great raider. No pressure or anything, just the usual go out there and be legendary speech. It's heartwarming and sets the tone for some epic quests ahead. Then, there's a mysterious figure in a hoodie, face blurred, keeping the suspense high. Who could this be? A new ally or a shadowy opponent? The intrigue is real. Finally, we zoom out to a building a few days later. This implies time has passed, and we're about to dive into the next chapter of this adventure. Whatever's coming, it's bound to be big. The door creaks open, and someone enters the room, setting the scene for a visit. A patient, sitting up in bed, acknowledges the visitor with a surprised yet welcoming expression. The visitor inquires about the patient's well-being, and they discuss novels, with the patient recommending a book. The patient holds up a book titled Praise Them, but the visitor dismisses it, claiming it's not their type of read. A playful exchange ensues about studying, with the visitor defending their smarts despite not studying. The patient challenges the visitor with a math question, asking if they know the quadratic formula. The visitor admits defeat, and the patient teases them, humorously declaring the visitor to be worse off than them. In a hospital room, a character with glasses assures another that they'll make sure to heal their arm. The vibe is supportive and hopeful. The patient, with determination, decides to trust the visitor and aims to become a firefighter starting today. Our patient passionately believes that firefighters are just as awesome as raiders, sparking curiosity in the visitor. As the visit wraps up, the friendly visitor gives a warm head pat, saying him off then. The patient cheerfully replies by Hyung. Inside a hospital room, our patient, clad in a hospital gown with short black hair, eagerly asks, "When can we meet again?" His anticipation fills the room as the other person, dressed in a suit, stands with his back turned. The mysterious figure, face blurred but clearly in a dark outfit, responds with a simple "Got it?" The tension in the room suggests something big is about to happen. Boom! The announcement confirmed for active duty enlistment flashes across the scene, revealing the weight of the conversation. This is no ordinary meeting. It's about a major life change. The scene opens with a close-up of a young man's mouth as he lets out a sigh, clearly overwhelmed by something heavy on his mind. Walking through a bustling street, the young man reflects on his precious youth, lamenting the 2 years of his life where he felt invincible and free to do anything. Suddenly, he finds himself in the middle of a crowd, raising his arms dramatically as he shouts, "This is tyranny by the state." His passion grabs the attention of passers-by, hinting at his rebellious spirit. The mood shifts as a dark, ominous scene unfolds. A group of individuals stands together, their expressions serious as they face an unseen threat, hinting at a special unit formed from those who have failed the system. Inside a dimly lit hall, a conversation ensues between the young man and another person. The other person addresses him as Kong Sangbei, suggesting a serious discussion is about to take place. The dialogue continues, questioning whether the military will provide the diverse weaponry each person requires, highlighting a significant concern about resources and support. Standing outside a mysterious shop named Place, our protagonist looks lost in thought, possibly contemplating a big decision. Inside, he's quickly approached by an employee who asks if he's in a hurry. Our hero, a bit caught off guard, confirms he is. The employee, with an air of confidence, inquires if he's enlisting, which seems to strike a chord with our main guy, leaving him momentarily speechless. They move further into the shop, where the employee explains they rarely get visitors like him. The conversation turns to weapons, with our protagonist requesting to see a claymore. Confused for a moment, our hero learns about the claymore's deep style, which is something it's renowned for. With a knowing nod, the employee explains the claymore is a symbol of two-handed swords and invites our hero to check out their selection, leading him further in. Inside a stylish room, our main guy is casually discussing how a good sword isn't just about function, it's gotta have that flair too. He's chatting about the perfect mix of style and strength, really getting into the details. The conversation gets real when another character steps up, possibly a blacksmith, asking if he's ready to try out the sword. Our guy is all about style, and it shows. The young man grips the sword, feeling the weight in his hand. It's like finding the perfect piece of a puzzle. He stands confidently, sword in hand, and it just feels right. Not bad at all, he thinks, clearly impressed. Our hero is thrilled, knowing this sword is the real deal. It's got the right weight and balance, just what he was looking for. With a grin, he declares he'll take this one. The other character is all smiles, happy to have made a sale. Lee Sejin gets a send-off with a sarcastic "enjoy your service" from a cheerful woman, while he's steeling himself with a determined thought, "I really want to enjoy my once." With a backpack slung over his shoulder, Sejin strides forward, pep-talking himself to embrace the inevitable. If you can't avoid it, just enjoy it. He's resolved to train hard and retake the test once he's out. As Sejin walks through the bustling city streets, he muses, born as a man, acknowledging the weight of responsibilities and the journey ahead. A serene sky with a sign saying "Near the Dizzy" sets the stage for the next chapter in Sejin's life. The scene shifts to a vast military training camp nestled among the hills, bathed in sunlight, signaling the start of Sejin's rigorous training. Inside the camp, a serious-looking officer remarks, "This guy's out of his mind," hinting at Sejin's challenging demeanor. Sejin sweats nervously as he overhears, "Sometimes, we come across fools like this," realizing he's in for a tough ride. In a tense room, a newbie is being questioned by what looks like his superiors about why he bought a weapon before joining. The poor guy nervously replies that people around him suggested it. Talk about peer pressure. Our protagonist is having a moment, reflecting on how today's social skills must be terrifying. He imagines being teased by two figures about his lack of people skills, thinking to himself, just wait. A commanding officer addresses the newbie, calling him out with a stern "Hey, newbie." The newbie snaps to attention with a loud yes. Clearly, he's trying to make an impression. Two officers, dressed sharply in military attire, stride into a facility. Their presence commands attention, as they seem to be on a mission. Inside, a conversation unfolds. One officer is informed that his weapon may not be returned due to a new recruit, adding a layer of mystery to the situation. Lunchtime rolls around, and the officers are served a spread that looks straight out of a foodie's dream. One officer expresses gratitude for the meal, hinting at camaraderie and routine. As the officer observes the surroundings, he notes the different vibe of this military unit. It feels less formal, more relaxed, and there's no sign of any hustle for new recruits. Amidst the clatter of utensils and chatter, a senior officer confronts a young recruit. "Do you even know what kind of place this is?" he asks, leaving the recruit apologetic and clueless. Alright, so our story unfolds in a cafeteria. One character, looking rather thoughtful, mentions how most folks come here unaware, thinking it's just a spot for those who flunked the Raider exam. Oh, isn't it? Switching gears, another character chimes in with a heavy question. Have you ever thought about what would happen if the Raiders couldn't stop the beasts? The conversation carries on over a meal, with one of them pondering, well, what kind of value exists? Clearly stumbling for words, one character hesitates. That is, we're hit with a flashback. Once upon a time, there was a major crisis on Earth. Countries sent aid back then, showing a rare moment of global unity. In a dark, electrifying scene, a mysterious portal crackles with energy, signaling the beginning of some bizarre and dangerous game. The air is thick with tension as silhouettes of people observe the ominous spectacle. Inside, two characters are having an intense conversation. One asks about the food, while the other, with a calm demeanor, states there's still some left. But the real kicker? Something big is happening now. As the sun sets, the duo stands outside a building, seemingly ready for action. The atmosphere is calm, but you can sense the storm brewing beneath the surface. One of the characters, with a determined look, signals it's time to roll. They're on a mission, and there's no turning back. In a jaw-dropping move, one of them leaps with superhuman agility onto a tall structure, leaving the other awestruck. This ain't no ordinary day. The scene kicks off with a man marveling at the incredible agility of another, who seems to be showcasing some serious parkour skills. As the agile figure dashes and leaps, one guard shouts in surprise, clearly stunned by the guy's daring moves. Mid-air, our agile hero swings effortlessly, leaving a trail of blue energy as he moves with grace. Close up on the guard, his face is obscured, but you can sense his shock and intrigue at the events unfolding. Our agile man lands smoothly on a rooftop, his movements fluid and precise, while the guard watches, still processing the spectacle. Finally, the two exchange words, one impressed, the other denying the obvious. Clearly, someone's not ready to admit they're impressed. Up high on a pole, two figures are chilling, taking in the view. One of them asks the other, "Do you see that?" The guy in the cap points out the northern part of the DZ and gives the lowdown. It's a place swarming with monsters. Cut to a spooky scene. The mist is thick, and eerie sounds start echoing through the air. Something is definitely off. Things get real creepy as a pair of glowing eyes peer through the darkness. Beyond that lies hell, the voiceover ominously declares. As the sun sets, two figures sit on a rooftop. The guy in the cap is getting grilled about his expression. "Look at your expression. Are you scared?" says the other. But our cap-wearing friend isn't having it. "No, I'm not." He insists. Our mysterious character, now facing the view, quietly confirms, "That's right." It's a moment of reflection and quiet determination. The sky takes on a dreamlike quality. Words hang in the air. Now it's time to start again. A sense of renewal and resolve fills the scene. The final panel shows our mystery man, looking out into the horizon, with a subtle determination in his eyes. It's clear he's ready for whatever comes next. Alright folks, picture this. A smartwatch buzzes to life at the crack of dawn. It's time to roll out of bed, and our protagonist is about to start his day. In a room filled with slumbering souls, one figure rises. It's early, it's quiet, and the day is just beginning. Out in the corridor, a guard is sipping his coffee, trying to shake off the morning blues. Enter Semin, the man of the hour. The guard snaps to attention, saluting him. "Immortal," he greets him, clearly impressed with Semin's speed. Semin's on a mission, clutching a bag, and counting down as he strides purposefully. Boom! A loud noise suddenly erupts, marking the start of something big. The morning sun creeps into a dimly lit dormitory as a voice booms. "Wake up, everyone. It's the start of another day, and nobody is thrilled about it." One soldier, Kim Hee-il, is having a particularly hard time shaking off the sleep. A voice tells him he needs to wake up, but all he can muster is an ugh. With a groggy shuffle, Kim receives a cup of water from a fellow soldier. Today's officer is First Lieutenant Han, he's told. Begrudgingly, Kim acknowledges. The dormitory is buzzing with activity as soldiers hurriedly make their beds. It's a synchronized chaos, with everyone getting ready for the day. A check-in ensures everyone's bunk is tidy. "Did you all make your beds?" asks a soldier. The response is a resounding yes. And with that, it's time to move out. Outside, under a clear blue sky, soldiers stand at attention in front of a stately building. The day officially begins with a call to attention. The scene opens with a stern-looking leader addressing a lineup of uniformed individuals. He announces that the dispatch team is returning today, urging everyone to stay sharp and vigilant for any intruders. As the night falls, a dramatic aerial view reveals that North Korea has already collapsed. The ominous news casts a shadow over the scene, hinting at larger global tensions. Two officers stride confidently through a hallway, heading towards a room with determination written all over their faces. As they enter, a voice excitedly exclaims, "Sergeant, you're back." It's a warm welcome from Gil-hoon, who's clearly missed his buddy. Gil-hoon points to a new recruit, introducing him as Jang Woo-jin. The sergeant seems intrigued, eyeing the newcomer with curiosity. The sergeant suggests they wash up and have a chat, reminding Woo-jin to enjoy a good soak in hot water. It's all about those relaxation vibes. Before they wrap up, the sergeant casually asks Woo-jin to unpack his bag. Looks like the new recruits got some chores to handle. In the heat of the moment, we see our main character, suited up and ready to rumble, delivering a powerful blow to an adversary. The sound of the impact echoes with a solid UGH. As the foe is sent flying, cut to a reflective moment. Our main character is deep in thought, his hand thoughtfully placed on his chin. He muses about past events, pondering how he got into this mess. Meanwhile, a shirtless figure stands in the background, adding an air of casual seriousness to the scene. Now, in a more relaxed setting, the main character stands with his hands clasped behind his back, engaging in a conversation. The seated character, with blurred features, seems to be offering advice or insights. It's a moment of strategizing, as the main character listens intently, ready to tackle whatever comes next. Two soldiers are discussing a crafted weapon. One soldier admits he brought it along, believing it was required for enlisting. An officer shows interest in the crafted weapon, asking to see it. The crafted sword is revealed, glinting under the light as it's unsheathed. The officer takes a closer look at the sword, clearly impressed by its craftsmanship. The officer, now intrigued, demands the soldier's name, holding the sword confidently. The soldier identifies himself as Isemin after the officer insists on knowing his name. The officer asks if Isemin likes the sword, and he responds affirmatively. The officer, seemingly satisfied, tells Isemin to continue using the sword. In a bright office hallway, a burly dude in a green shirt is throwing some serious shade, asking if someone came ready as a raider. You can feel the tension thickening. Two guys in uniform are gossiping like it's high school. One spills the tea that the company belongs to Sergeant Ju Moo-hyun's father. The other is all ears, surprised by the juicy tidbit. Meanwhile, our green-shirt friend is on the phone, wondering if the sergeant is as scary as they say. Turns out, as long as you don't mess up, you're in the clear. But mess up? Well, better have some decent combat skills. Back to our uniform duo. One remarks that it really sounds like a soldier's life. The other questions if that's what you should say to someone who's about to leave. Oh, the drama. As the sun dips behind the military base, the recruits gather in formation, ready for whatever comes their way. The tension breaks as an instructor singles out a fresh-faced recruit, Semin, throwing him into the spotlight. When asked about Brookus, our rookie doesn't break a sweat. He explains it's system number 23, casually known as Land Puppy. Semin dives deeper into Brookus lore, describing its fierce teeth and tendency to attack in packs. Yikes, better steer clear. And just when you think it can't get worse, the recruit mentions Brookus' terrifying attack power, making everyone squirm. The instructor, impressed yet curious, asks if Semin was moonlighting as a monster ecologist. Turns out, he He was just a regular OL leader candidate. Alright, so the squad's out there, and one guy's turning heads. They're already calling him the next big thing, the ace of the team. Now, the leader's all serious, pointing out the robot's tough exterior. But where to hit? The abdomen, of course. With a swift motion, he shows them how it's done. Quick and precise. Swinging won't cut it, he says. You gotta stab. The team gets ready to practice, eyes fixed on their leader, who's all about that stabbing life. Time to begin. One soldier steps up, sword in hand, ready to relive the action. It's been a while, he thinks, feeling the weight of the moment. In the heart of an intense training session, our officers are showing off their moves. One officer stands out, moving with lightning speed, capturing the spotlight. Impressed by his swiftness, another officer compliments him. Wow, you're pretty quick, aren't you? And the speedy officer humbly replies, thank you. The camaraderie continues as the officers exchange nods, acknowledging the impressive display. Their banter is light, but the respect is palpable. As the day winds down, the group assembles, ready to march on. Their synchronized steps echo their discipline and teamwork.